From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, my guy, don't look so sad.
Well, it's like charades, but only using the mouth. That's all you get to figure it out. It's a little bit tricky without a doubt. If you didn't know, now you know what it's about. It's time to play Mouth Charades, the best game you've ever played. It's time to play Mouth Charades. If you can figure it out, then you've got it made.
Yay.
Like I said, Roz, my guy, don't look so excited.
Whatever.
Calm down, everybody.
Whatever.
Maybe today's your day.
Shut up. You know it's not my day because there's no way that I'm going to win. It's like
Not with that attitude.
Oh,
Buy me
wow,
a
both
Coke.
of you jerks.
If this is your first time hearing the game Mouth Charades,
It's rigged.
It's so not rigged.
BS. Okay, but
You just
whatever.
don't like
That is
losing.
libelous.
Yeah. So Mouth Charades, very much like regular charades. Damn it, Maury will be the clue giver. Mocha and I will be trying to guess. And only the clues can be given by making sounds. So Maury's not allowed to move his body to give anything away. No sort of hand motions, no pantomiming, no anything like that. No physicality whatsoever. It is only done with the voice. Shem will keep score, as if we even need Shem to keep score. I will do my best, and Mocha will cheat. So
I don't cheat.
Okay, so whatever.
We're all in the same room
Yeah,
together.
okay.
How is it possible that I'm going to cheat?
I don't know, and I'm not the only one that feels this way. But anyway, I'm happy to play along because apparently people really enjoy listening to me lose. I don't know why.
But here's the good thing. Losers go first.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so and I get, and just pay attention to the clues that I get compared to the clues that Mocha gets and the way that Maury does them, because I swear to God, I'm being sabotaged every single time we play this game. But without further ado, let's get into Mouth Charades.
Yeah, in order to get this right, what you're going to hear is a ding to signify the 20 seconds that we have.
Yeah.
To give our guess, followed by, if we run out of the time, ends in a double buzz.
Okay,
All right.
here
So
we
if it's your
go.
first time hearing the game, this is how it's played.
And I'm up first?
Yes.
Okay.
Losers go first.
Okay, thanks, Maury.
Yeah, Maury, are you ready?
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what that
What?
That's okay. Okay, something screaming, obviously. That's like, is it that sound? Is it somebody dying? That sounds like somebody dying, like in a horrible, horrible way. What was that?
Getting an electric shock.
Oh my God! Do the thing again.
Which part?
All of it.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been able to get that.
You sounded like one of those goats that yells like a man. Sham, the score is never mind. It's fine. It's fine, man. You continue doing what you're doing, man. You got important things to do right now. Okay, go ahead.
Breathing very heavily, snoring, getting a hork, blowing wind,
A hairdryer.
A hairdryer.
That's a hairdryer? Do it again?
What hairdryer is that?
I've never used one.
A hairdryer.
Yeah.
It blows
That's
out
a
air.
hairdryer. That sounds like you're taking your last breath of life ever.
Yeah, that is. I don't know what that was. That's not a hairdryer.
I'll do it again and Mocha can guess.
Now we got a game, folks. Now we got a game.
And you say that this is rigged. Bro,
yes,
come on.
sir.
Ready, Maury?
Yeah. Okay, go. That's Mocha's hairdryer. Okay, come on. Honestly, is that not hairdryer?
It sounds the same.
You just did hairdryer. You're blowing. That's like a sailboat. That is it wind? It's wind.
Leaf blower.
Oh my
God, Maury. Yo, leaf blower and a hairdryer sounded exactly the same.
And they sounded
pretty
nothing
much
like
the
a leaf
same
blower
thing.
and a hairdryer.
Yeah. Do hairdryer. Now do a leaf blower.
Okay. How am I supposed to win this?
Maybe guess?
Okay.
This sucks,
All right.
man.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go. Mocha, your turn.
Running water. Gurgling in your stomach. Drinking. A hairdryer. A pot of boiling water.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
That was me excited that he got it.
Why are you so excited when he gets one? This is what I'm saying.
I would be excited for you too.
Oh my God.
Was I right? That was it?
Boiling pot of water.
Oh, amazing. Cool. 1-0 Mocha.
Thanks. Okay, my turn. I feel good about this one. Go. Excuse me. Okay, what? That sounds like a hamster. Is it a hamster drinking from the hamster pipe? Not a hamster pipe. What's that thing called? Okay, what do you look like? Are you chewing? Okay, you look like are you performing something on some?
Don't finish that sentence. Yo, what the hell? You better, honestly, before you give the answer, Maury, you better not say hairdryer or leaf blower.
No, I'm going to say filling your vehicle with gas.
Oh my God. Excuse me. You sound like you're filling your something with something. And it's not a car with gas. Okay? Okay. Okay, Mocha, you're up. You jerks.
Oh my God.
You jerks.
All right,
Go
ready,
ahead.
Maury?
Yes. Go.
Yo, that's a fart.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That one was so easy.
A faint silent fart.
A what?
A faint silent fart.
A faint silent fart.
But
Do it again.
I still said fart.
Oh my God.
That may be the best sound effect I've ever
Do it
done.
again.
Do it again.
That's what I was wondering. You try to squeeze it out, right?
Please let me do it again.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds like the thing that you put inside you a couple minutes ago.
All right, well, it's 2-0. I think we should just end it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you play Mouth Charades.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh,
I feel great, guys.
Why are you feeling so great?
Does the time change affect you at all?
Excuse me?
The time change.
That was like last week. Or was like on the weekend.
Yeah.
What do you mean the time change? No.
Okay. Wow. Jeez,
What do you
apparently
mean
it has.
bad?
Like, I'm tired all the time now. I feel jet lagged.
But you shouldn't be, though. You gained an hour.
I know.
I know, but
still,
I'm just no.
it
but
still
it's
messes with you. I'm with
confusing.
Maury.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It messes with you.
No, it doesn't. It
Okay,
doesn't mess
Scud.
with you. Listen, time change
Right,
works
Maury?
like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Okay, here. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay,
All right,
Matt's-
everyone, let's listen to the master.
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Let's go.
When it comes to jet lag and time change, okay?
Yes.
From somebody who's literally flown all over the world.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
It usually
Round of
takes.
applause. You're flying
Okay.
around the world. Here we go.
No,
Here we go.
listen,
Here we
no,
go.
this is why. No, I'm going to explain. Listen, I'm just going to
He's so
explain to you
fired up.
guys. No, I'm just going to explain to you guys why you're weak.
Okay.
Okay?
Please. Yeah.
Thank you, Shem. Shem
Go ahead.
appreciates it. Okay, time change. I understand time change does mess you up. Jet lag messes you up. It takes approximately, usually almost definitely, 1 day per hour to adjust.
Okay.
Okay, we are now at what? Thursday? Time, you guys woke up on what? Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. If you're still feeling the effects of that on Thursday,
No.
it's nothing but weakness.
All I asked,
Yeah.
you're making an assumption.
Yeah.
I didn't say that it affected me like as of now, today. Because
Yes,
you
you
didn't.
just did.
No, I did.
No, Maury did. Is your memory that bad that you,
You
can't
said, hey,
remember
guys.
2 minutes ago?
Yeah,
I
is time
said,
change
hey,
still messing with you?
That's all I said. I
Yeah.
didn't say it messed with me.
He said he's feeling great.
But you did say that.
I said, has the time change affected you?
No,
and then
no.
Maury came in.
No. That's not what you meant. That's not what you said. Can you go find the beginning of this, Maury?
Yeah.
Yeah, go find the beginning of this.
What did I
'cause-
say, Shem? What did I say? I said, hey, guys, I came in here. I said, hey, guys,
Hey, no,
I feel great.
No, Shem.
You have to put the clip in.
Yeah.
I said, I
yeah.
feel great.
Okay.
Right? And then I
Okay.
said, hey, does the time change mess with you?
Okay. Yeah.
And then you flew off the handle like immediately.
Yeah, because you're all weak.
No, only I'm weak.
Okay.
And then
Well,
Maury
we know
came
that.
stomping in here.
We know that. Anyway.
I was going to go in a completely different
Okay,
direction.
so what
but
was your
now-
point? What was your
it
point?
doesn't matter now.
Oh,
because,
here we go.
Because
Oh, it
you wanted
doesn't
to start
matter.
a fight. So
I
let's
didn't want
wait
to start
for-
a fight
You
at
did.
all.
Calling
No.
us weak.
What?
You're calling us weak.
Well, you
Mr.
are
World-
weak.
Mr.
Look at
World
Maury. Look at-
Traveler.
Look
I
at,
know.
Look at Maury. You called me weak. Okay.
With the hand motions and everything.
Okay, I know.
Is this a pot kettle thing?
What? No, Maury. Listen.
What?
Why can't I see you today? Something moved. You're like all glary.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
I know. I can't see him. Anyway, while Shem finds that, what was your point? What's your point?
No, because you said like a day, it should take about a day for you to like really notice a change or make change of that change to feel
like
a little bit
if
better.
you fly from Vancouver to Toronto or Toronto to Vancouver,
Yeah,
right?
it'll
It
take
is
you
going
about
to
a
mess
day.
you up, but it's going to take you about 3 days.
Sure.
Because it's a 3-hour time difference.
So
right?
what I was going to say before you flew off the handle.
Listen, I didn't fly off anything. That's my
Yeah, I
natural
kinda think you
state.
did.
I'm always off the handle.
You really are. I'm kind of concerned now.
Okay, go.
Is that to adjust for the time change because
Yes.
Monday I was a little bit extra tired than
Yes.
I normally would be.
Sure.
Instead of getting to bed between 8 and 8:30, I got to bed between 7:30 and 8. Right? So I
that's
just
too
adjusted my schedule
No,
by
it's
30
kind of the
minutes.
same time.
I adjusted my schedule by 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I woke up the following day feeling great that now for the past 3 nights, I'm crawling into bed at 7:30.
You're going to bed at 7:30.
Okay, hold on. So Shem just, whoops. This is going to be great.
Oh, no.
I'm supposed to play a song,
Is
but
this
guess
the
what?
first time Roz will ever be wrong?
Well, I've been wrong a ton of times, Maury.
Let me get this. Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
Supposed to play a song, but you know what? I don't even care.
Oh, Shem's laughing. Why are you laughing, Shem? Why are you laughing? Get on the microphone. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? It's
It's gonna be so good.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so this was
Hold
just
on.
moments ago.
Where is it? Is it a
What's
live
it
show you
called?
said?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Okay.
I don't see it here. Oh, whoops. Hold on.
So if you're just joining us, Mocha came on complaining about the time change and how he's still
I didn't even
tired
complain.
because he's weak.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
And then we needed to go and check the record.
Yeah.
So this is how the show started, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly it. You didn't like fake something over there. There's no editing in this, right?
No editing
No
whatsoever.
editing whatsoever.
Nope.
Okay.
So let's go back. Here.
Okay. Here we go.
I feel great, guys.
Why are you feeling so great?
Does the time change affect you at all?
Excuse me?
The time change.
That was like a last week. Or was like on the weekend.
Yeah.
What do you mean the time change? No.
Okay. Wow. Jeez,
What do you
apparently
mean
it has.
bad?
Like, I'm tired all the time now. I feel jet lagged.
But you shouldn't be though.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, listen. I will admit this, okay? I will admit this, okay?
Yeah.
I got so angry when Maury came in that I decided to burn the whole room down, okay? So to you, Mocha, I apologize, okay? I shouldn't have done that. I was just so angry when Maury came in complaining that 5 days after the clocks went back 1 hour that he was still missed up. I burned the whole room down, okay? So I apologize to you.
Congratulations.
Okay?
We're now all dead.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The CMA Awards went down last night. A couple big things from there is TJ Osborne from the Brothers Osborne, who I love these two dudes, man. They are the coolest, kindest act I've talked to in a very, very long time. And the big story was that TJ Osborne came out as the real first openly gay country music performer. And right before they won for best, I think, vocal duo in the auditorium last night in Nashville, he kissed his boyfriend, Abby Ventura. So that's like one of the big headlines. Chris Stapleton took home 4 awards, but it's the collaboration between Chris Stapleton and Jennifer Hudson. Shem, I want you to listen to this because I want to get your take. Anytime I got a question about singing, I need you to chime in on this. So this is Chris Stapleton and Jennifer Hudson doing "You Are My Sunshine." Listen to this. Right? Bro,
listen.
I mean, it's a little extra for me, guys.
Hey, Chris Stapleton is invited to the cookout. Are you
Right?
kidding me? Ooh, that's church.
Right?
Listen, they could sing,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to disqualify them for that.
Yeah.
Not my favorite rendition.
Really, huh?
Like, it's
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
Do you hear that and your first thought is, oh, that's good.
Wow.
They could sing. Don't get me wrong. They could sing.
No.
They
They
knocked
can-
that out of the park.
No,
It's
no.
just, it's not for me.
No, they sang.
And
Yeah.
I know, S-A-N-G.
Yeah.
I know that. I know when you get into that gospel choir-y vibe, it gets like that, right?
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, and I love it, and I think it makes you feel good.
Wow.
But this rendition of this particular song, for me, I'm not vibing to it.
I think that every now and then, and when I say every now and then, I mean every now and then, you see a performance that is not a performance. It's a moment.
Yeah, that's an experience.
This is an experience.
Maybe I need to see it.
Okay, play, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
come on, man.
You know what it is? Maybe like pick up the pace a little bit.
no, I love it. This is, to me, is the tempo the song should be
You
sang.
got to let the Holy Ghost hit you for a little bit.
Yes.
Come on now. You know you got to do, Mocha. You got to turn up your face like this, like you're smelling something
I'm telling you,
bad
this
and
song,
experience
this
it.
version of this song has affected me so much. In my head, I'm already canceling plans for Sunday morning so I can go to church.
Amen.
Oh, damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I have to play you something that went down on Friday, late on the show on Friday, where Dammit Maury snuck off to go and do a hit with Breakfast Television because he wanted to be on television that day and didn't tell anybody. And then I don't know what his big plan was to go on BT, but he wound up going on BT and then they just shredded him. Like it was just turned into like a roast.
Yeah.
What was your plan, Maury?
Honestly,
Yeah.
my plan was I just
No
sent.
lie.
I'm so used to just saying that. My plan was I sent Dina Pugliese a picture.
Right.
I wasn't planning on. I didn't think they would have me on. I thought they would just. I'm like, here, this is a visual thing. Have at it.
Right.
And then I got a note from their producer Friday morning saying, "We need you on BT. I can't tell you why."
Oh, okay. So they wanted to bring Maury on to roast him, right? Why didn't you tell us that you were going on BT? You just like snuck out of the room. You have to understand, we have BT on the television in here, right? Maury leaves the room, and I'm like, hey, where'd Maury go? In the middle of the show. And then I look up, and Maury's on television. You didn't even tell anybody where you were going.
Because I didn't know what it was for, so I'm like, I don't know what to tell. I'm like,
what do you mean? You don't tell us that you're
what
going
am I
on
supposed to say?
television?
I'm going on BT. I don't know why.
You just say I'm going on BT.
Okay, well, I didn't know why.
Please. So listen to this. Listen to how this starts.
Okay.
Okay. I've never heard somebody set up on television before more to get slaughtered than the way that Dina and Darren Jones was on with Dina. So it's Darren Jones, Dina, and Devo. And Dammit Maury. But listen to the way that they set this up. I've never seen somebody get set up to be shredded so hard before.
I get a text 24 hours ago. It was 7:58 a.m. yesterday. It's from Maury Sherman. You know and love him from All Things Roz and Mocha from Kiss 92.5. And he says, might be something to talk about on TV. Could be a good debate. And there is a tweet link. I open it, and it's Maury Sherman who tweets this, friends. Check out his tweet. Oddly, this photo peed me off.
So it's a picture of a sandwich and somebody eating the sandwich with a fork and knife. Okay?
I saw that on Reddit.
Okay, here we go.
Who eats a sandwich with a fork and knife? Hashtag sandwich. Guess what, Mo? We're doing it. We're talking about it right now.
Okay, so at this point, Maury still thinks that his big sandwich idea is going to blow up on breakfast television. Okay? So this is where it takes a turn. And if you watch the clip, Maury is like, oh, God, save me. So listen to this.
Hi, Maury. I work with Maury over at KISS. Maury, you already produce a morning show. Like, literally, Roz and Mocha are on air right now, and you've snuck away to go be on television. Did you pitch Roz and Mocha this story?
No, not at all. I only pitched you.
Well, no, that's
Oh my
not a
God.
good thing. Go work on your own show. Don't be pitching your.
Visual. It's
And also,
visual.
and I'm sorry. Who pitches their own tweets? This is going viral. Send. What are you doing, buddy?
Listen, it does. It has 16 likes on Twitter and counting. Can we go?
Dina.
Guys, everybody like it. I'm liking your tweet right now.
Facts are
It's at
facts,
17.
though.
Slow
Give
zoom.
Maury a like, everybody.
I honestly, I'm texting with
Liking
Mocha
it right
right now, and he's like, "What? What are you talking about?" He has no idea that you snuck away from the morning show you're supposed to be
Sorry.
producing
stole
to
them.
go be on another morning show.
Was this going the way you thought it was going to go?
Not at all.
Okay.
They are so good. I could walk away. The show produces itself. Like
That's
they're
not,
that good.
that's not a thing you want to say if you're the producer, Maury.
Just a comment, a compliment.
doing?
I didn't know what to do.
Are we talking sandwiches or are we talking
No,
producers?
not interested.
Yo, you
Not
know what this is?
interested.
I'll do a Dina pun. This is a roast beef segment right now, like a sandwich.
Okay, so then Maury's like, okay, so we're going to start throwing puns around then? Because right now I'm feeling like I'm being attacked. So what's my only thing that I can do to sort of like be a part of the group here, right?
Getting roasted, Maury. Why would you think
Well
you come on
done,
the show
Devo.
and be okay? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Maury.
I actually think this is worthy of debate. I want to
Okay.
sink my teeth into this.
Hey.
It depends on the sandwich. If it's a sloppy sandwich,
Okay, so Dina's like, okay, so maybe we can let Maury off the hook here, right? And we can start talking sandwich, but not.
And this is the part where Roz and I have already noticed that Maury's on television
Correct.
and also down the hall
Yeah.
from where we are in the studio.
So Dina says, okay, let's start talking about this, and Darren Jones just will not let it go.
gravy or something.
I'm sorry. I thought the debate was: is it inappropriate for Maury to be producing a show and going on another show? I thought that was the debate
I
you wanted to
relish
have.
in this debate. Let us discuss.
I like it.
He's throwing down puns.
So at this point, Mocha sees Maury on television, right? And Mocha runs down the hall to try and find out what office Maury's hidden himself into. And while Maury's live on TV, Mocha was going to run up behind him and scare him, right? So listen to this.
This has gone. We've run out of time. Mom.
Doesn't matter. Okay, wait, so real quick. All right, Maury, doesn't matter how sloppy the sandwich is. You have to use your hands on that and just wipe your hands up after. That's it. No fork
I
and
was
knife on
going
a
to do this
sandwich
whole
ever.
thing about how it was invented by the Earl of
No,
Sandwich.
we're not.
so he
No,
can
we're
play-
not doing the sandwich segment.
You have a whole.
We're not. Sorry.
Okay, so that was Mocha sneaking in the room, okay?
By the Earl of
No,
Sandwich.
we're not.
so he
No,
can
we're not
play-
doing the sandwich segment.
You have a whole.
We're not. Sorry. No, go produce your own.
Okay, so right now, so Darren is so annoyed at Maury, but listen to the reaction of everybody when they realize Mocha's now on breakfast television, okay?
You literally have another job. Get him to his job.
They were very. They were like.
Bro,
You just lied.
no,
You mean they
go
needed
do your
me?
job.
They needed me. They just
Go do
said
your
on the
real
show
job.
That
Go do
you
your-
were pitching stories to them. That
Why?
you
So
are
why are
asking to
you
be on the
watching
show.
their show and not listening to your show?
What a boy got to do?
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go at
No,
all?
I felt so awful.
Did you feel awful because you bombed on television, or did you feel awful because you snuck out and didn't tell us?
Little of both.
A little of both. What hurts more, though?
That I bombed on television.
Absolutely.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, it's Roz Mocha. Happy birthday. What's your name?
Oh, wow. I can't believe you guys actually called me back. It's Ariam.
Ariam. Okay. This better not be a troll job to get on the radio, Ariam, for us to like wish you happy birthday.
Swear to God, man.
Ariam texted and said, happy birthday to me. If you guys call me, I'll tell you a quick story of how Roz Mocha kind of saved my life in 2019.
Oh, wow.
So, Ariam, go ahead.
So back in 2019, I had my first kid. My son was born. And as you guys are aware, the first few months is really hard to get some sleep.
Yeah.
So I still had to go back to work. And because of work, because of the nature of my job, I have to drive a lot. So 3-4 weeks after my son was born, you know, I was very sleepy. And one day I was driving back to work. I was driving back from work, and I fell asleep behind the wheel.
Oh, no.
And I drift, and I got myself into an accident.
Oh, my God, Ariam, what the hell?
Luckily, I drift right, so I just hit the wall. But I could have, drifted left, and it would have been much worse. So I was like, all right, I got to do something. I have to stay awake. And then I discovered the Roz and Mocha podcast. And after that, every time when I'm done working and I start driving back, I just put on the podcast, and I just spend the whole time laughing aloud. So sort of in a way, you guys saved my life.
So when you drifted and you hit the wall, Was it like, did you destroy your car and like had to get it towed, police showed up and stuff like that? Or did you drift and like get scratched a little bit and you were still able to make it home safely?
I had to get a tow because it was a company vehicle, so I had to stop right there. I didn't hit the wall really hard. I was going 100 kilometers an hour, but I kind of scratched the wall, and the sound woke me up.
Yeah, of course.
And I was able, to hit the brake, but then I started thinking, I was like, oh man, this could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right
if you drifted
here?
if you drifted the other way, you could have hit another car.
Yeah, I could have killed myself, and much worse,
yeah.
I could have killed someone else.
Oh, buddy.
Dude,
So,
jeez, man.
Ever since that day, so every single day when I'm done working and I get into my car, I turn on my phone. I always get the podcast on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I just spend it's easy breezy, laughing, and the time goes away like really fast. I'm a big fan of you guys.
Oh, wow.
That's my story.
That is incredible.
Wow,
Dude,
bro.
thank you. Thank you for your dedication. We're glad that you're okay. How is, did you say, was it a boy or girl that you had? Or your wife had?
A boy.
A boy. And how's
A
he
boy.
doing? Is, 2 years old now or almost 2?
He's great. He was born in January 2019, so
Okay.
he's 2.5. He's
Nice.
going to be 3.
All right.
He's great. His name is Leonardo. Big shout out to my wife, Yagi. She's probably listening to the show right now, driving to
Yeah.
work, and they're amazing.
Oh, okay, good. And everyone, and you guys are all getting your sleep again?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we are. As soon as he hit like 8 months old, my wife and I, we were like, all right, we're going to do, sleep training right now.
You're going to be okay.
And then it all worked out. And when you started sleeping like 12, 14 hours a night?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just got to be quiet all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right on, man.
Ariam,
Thank you
happy
guys for calling me
birthday.
back.
No,
of course.
thanks,
Thank you for
man. Thank
texting
you.
and thank you for sharing your story with us, bro.
Thank you very much. Big fun, you guys. You guys have a great day.
Hey, whoa. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I knew you were going to ask that. And as much as I want to, troll Ross with the old smooth, cool dude and all that, I got to say, Mocha, your laugh and the way you are, you're my favorite, man. No hard feelings, Ross.
The look on
Okay.
Roz's face.
When somebody says like, I really don't want to troll Roz with like the whole smooth, cool dude thing,
Yeah.
but you that is trolling me with that, bro.
You're a great guy, Ross. And I love the advices that you give on Roz and Mocha Fix My Life, because your advices are always on point, man.
Okay, that makes no difference anymore. Yeah. Okay,
Love you lots,
Like-
Ariam. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
yeah. Okay, cool. I guess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got the sweats that I had more chili fries last night.
Oh, God.
Fry Supreme. I had to
You
do
don't
it.
listen. You don't
had to do it.
listen.
I know. I don't listen.
Oh, man.
I don't at all.
Last time you made for yourself a serving of chili fries for 4.
Yeah. It was extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last night's serving was
No, it was like
for-
that was like for 2, but that's
Oh.
really a single when you think about it.
No. but
Right?
Yeah, a single for one person, then a single for another.
No.
So for 2 people.
It's not how life works, man. If
Do you
you're
have
gonna-
anything on the side with that? Or
What's
no?
that? Oh, you don't even want to know. Okay,
Oh,
so
God, here we
do
go.
you? Okay, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Do you ever get to the point in the week
Uh-huh.
where, like, I always wind up hitting like leftover night, where it's not always the same night. It's not whatever. It's usually early work week because I tend to do a lot of cooking over the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so last night, the girls wanted taco bowls for dinner, so I made them taco bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into the fridge being like, okay, well, what am I going to have? And I just start pulling out like containers and glassware and all this stuff. So I wound up last night.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Okay, so I had so I had my fries supreme.
Yeah,
on
which
the
was
side,
fresh.
Which is fresh.
Okay.
Because I made them taco bowls, and I'm like, I kind of want that flavor, right? So I had fries supreme,
Fresh.
which is French fries with melted Tostitos cheese, and then like taco beef, and then a dollop of sour cream, and then cut up green onion on top, exactly like what you would get at Taco Bell.
Right.
Fries supreme.
Yeah, enough sodium.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's
then-
fresh. And then
That's fresh.
right?
Yes.
No, that's your fresh meal that you made.
That's my fresh meal that
and
I
then
made.
and then you pivot and you dip over
And
to
then
the
on the
leftover
other plate,
Uh-huh.
okay, so I had 2 plates in front of me. I had the fries supreme, and then on the other plate, I had 4 long strips of leftover Korean beef short rib.
4? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Like how long are we talking?
Like 8-inch.
Wow.
Right?
All of that.
Okay.
You had 4 8-inchers.
4 8-inchers.
Okay.
Okay. And I go I don't leave anything. Like I put the bone sideways in my mouth, twirl it around,
facts.
And grind the bone with my teeth. Okay.
Samesies.
Like nothing is left.
No.
Okay, so I have 4 of those, and then I also had about, I'm going to say about 8 or 9 homemade chicken nuggets that I made.
How big are those chicken nuggets?
Like a little bit bigger than regular sized chicken nuggets. Okay, and then 2 big spoonfuls of sausage stuffing that I made when I made fake Thanksgiving dinner on Friday.
Wow. How are you even alive and breathing right now?
I don't know.
That
don't
is
know.
an instant food coma.
Yeah.
So did you eat all those things in order, or were you dipping from every single?
I go back and forth. I do a circle.
Okay.
I do a circle on the
like
plate.
one bite from the fry supreme.
Yeah.
A little bit of the short ribs.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I do
a little bit of the chicken nuggets.
I do the full tour.
The spoonful of meat.
Yes. Yes. It was all. It was all meat.
So you have that, and you finish eating everything
at 9:35.
You fall asleep at
9:40.
Yeah, you're sweating today,
I know.
son.
I'm not in good shape.
Oh no.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You just pick your nose like it's no big deal in there anymore. I was sitting here for like a good 90 seconds staring at Maury. Maury sits just off to my right, Mocha's left, in another room, but there's a big glass window, and the lights are so dim in there that I think that he thinks that nobody can see him. I just stared at Maury, and his whole thumb up to that middle knuckle was right up in that nostril. But at times, he was like moving it around like he was doing business up there. But then it's almost like his hand got tired, but he just left it there.
Just in case one fell out?
Yeah,
one appeared?
No, like, you know when you're walking up a flight of stairs and you're out of shape and you get about halfway and then you just take a break? Like you take a breather, right?
No.
Right? Some people do, Mocha, you stud. Okay? Some people have experienced that before in their life. But that's what Maury's hand was doing.
Twos.
Maury's hand was up there, and then it's like it got tired, and all the fingers just went limp, and it took a little break. And then I was watching, and then like 30 seconds later, okay, back at it again.
Well, it's because I was reading something, so I had to stop what I was doing to focus on reading.
You can't pick your nose and read at the same time?
Can you?
Maury ripped a huge fart in here before you got in as well, in that room.
What are you doing, man? What's the matter?
It
What's
was
going on
almost
with your
like
body?
I don't think like anybody could see or hear me in there.
Okay, what's going on with your body right now? What's happening?
It's been 2 years of eating what I want.
Right, that's what it
not
is,
getting
huh?
enough sleep. And
Yeah. Is that
no, I'd say before the pandemic, I was half decent.
Yeah. Is that a brand new shirt?
It is. Do you like it?
It is. Hey, let me ask you a question. I got a question for you, Mocha. I got a question for you, Maury. And I guess anybody else who's listening right now, I know we just started and all. When you buy new clothes, right? Do you wash them before you wear them?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
What? Okay, well, explain why sometimes.
I think...
Like a T-shirt. Let's say you buy a T-shirt.
Yeah. Sometimes I have.
Like if it comes in a plastic wrapper, you don't?
When I order stuff from the Bay, a lot of the stuff I order from the Bay, it shows up prepackaged, like already within the packaging.
So you don't wash.
So that one I won't wash. But if I pick up a shirt like at a store, or
Right.
if something gets delivered and it's not in any type of plastic wrapping whatsoever,
Right.
I may wash that one.
I do sometimes just to loosen the fabrics.
You
'cause
did
if
not wash that, though.
No.
No.
Well, because the thing is, it's a medium, and I needed a medium today, so I just ripped it out of the package and put it on.
What do you mean you needed a medium today? Why
Well, 'cause
today?
Matthew has this same shirt in a small.
Yeah.
And I accidentally wore that.
Right.
I needed a medium.
Oh, I gotcha. You guys aren't the same size anymore.
No, we'll get back to that.
Okay, so do you wash your clothes with brand new clothes before you wear
Hell
them?
no.
Really? Because Catherine does.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what comes in the house. It doesn't matter what comes in the house.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, sometimes she'll be like, oh, what would you get? And I'm like, I just ordered a couple of T-shirts. She's like, cool. She will go to the kitchen, open them, and like chuck them into the laundry
Matthew
room.
got mad because
Like,
I once
immediately.
wore underwear right from the store, and he said, you got to wash underwear before you wear it, because what if someone tried it on? I'm like, who tries on underwear?
First of all, you're not allowed to. Nobody
not
tries on
allowed.
underpants.
You can't try on underpants.
God, I would never show. I wouldn't. I would never wear underwear. I would make my own.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
If you were allowed to go...
couple of YouTube videos
if you
learn
were,
how to make undies?
Yes. If you were allowed to go into a store and try on underpants,
No, thanks.
I would be the guy who made his own underpants.
You are, as an individual, you should know what size you are and how certain styles fit. To be able to go into a store and pick that up, take it home,
It's not
without
about
trying
the
it on.
size, Mocha. It's about the
How it
fabric.
looks?
No, it's about how does the fabric feel on your skin.
Oh, God, it feels like underpants. All underpants feel the same.
No.
All
No,
underpants
they're
feel the same.
soft fabric
So
or
do you,
hard
do you wash your underpants before you wear them when you buy them?
No.
Me neither. I like I right at the back. They
Yeah.
feel dynamite to me.
Sometimes, and some T-shirts, like
Yeah.
I know Jenna will wash anything that she buys for cruise.
Right. Yes.
Anything, any clothing.
Because mothers think everything is covered in chemicals.
Yeah.
Right?
So as soon as it gets home, tags are off
Yes.
in the wash right away.
Right. Because it's covered in dirty chemicals,
But then
right?
for me, like something shows up,
I know. I'll put fresh underpants on.
she'll be like, "Oh, why don't you try it on? Let me see." I'm like,
Yeah.
What about washing it first? Like, it's
Yeah.
10 seconds on the
Yeah.
packaging. That's fine. Thanks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Quickly approaching Christmas. We're almost done our Christmas shopping.
Are you really? Shut up.
What?
Nobody wants to hear that.
Why?
Because
I'm just saying.
A lot of people haven't even started yet.
Okay. Why are you taking such offense to it?
Because you know that's a flex. You know that's a flex.
No, you know the reason why is because a lot of things
Are hard to
places-
get and we're all running out of time quickly?
No, sold out already.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's for real.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
But to help get you into the into the spirit of the holidays, because in our neighborhood we notice a lot of people have been putting up the outdoor light decorations, not like anything like on the lawn or anything like that, but just getting the lights set up in the garden and on the houses and stuff like that, right? Amazon Music just announced that they've got a ton of holiday programming, and they've teamed up with a ton of artists and have started releasing some Christmas music. Camila Cabello has a song.
Oh, yeah?
Our
What's
girl
she doing?
Alessia Cara
Are
has
these
a song.
are these original tracks or are they covering classics?
No, some of them are classics.
Love
some
that.
are original. Here, we'll go through it. Let me play for you the Camila Cabello one. This is her take on I'll Be Home for Christmas.
I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love even more than I usually do.
Wow.
And although I know it's a long road back, I promise you.
So nice.
I like the arrangement. It's really great. Super
Nice, right?
classic.
Yeah.
Very traditional.
I'll be home for Christmas.
That's a weird way to say Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. Right? Hold on, let me go back there.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Christmas.
Excuse me.
Right?
Excuse me.
Listen again.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Okay, pause for 1
Christmas.
second. Pause for 1 second.
Stop it.
Pause for 1 second.
Yeah, what?
Okay,
What's
bro.
up?
Okay, it's "I'll Be Home for Christmas" is the name of the song, right?
Correct.
Okay, you have Camila Cabello, one of the biggest pop stars in the world, doing your track.
Yes.
Somebody, okay, I know she has like a thing, and people like to put an affect on their voice and all this stuff with pronunciation. You hear a lot of that in pop music, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When the line is "I'll be home for Christmas," okay, when somebody brutalizes the word Christmas as she just did, somebody has to step in and say, "Can we try it with like a regular pronunciation on Christmas?"
And she's probably like, no, I think it sounds nice.
Play that again for me.
I'll be home for Christmas.
I can't forgive that. So she, okay, wait. I need to see if she says it again the same way. Come on, man.
And presents under the tree. Christmas Eve.
Yeah, see, right
She
there
got
she
it
says
there.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, there.
She
But
nailed-
earlier, she said Christmas.
Okay, now we have a continuity issue.
Uh-huh.
I'll be home for
Yeah. You
What
can't
the hell?
switch.
That's a whole new word.
You can't switch. You can't switch.
No. Chris Mice.
Chris Moise.
Chris Moise.
Oh, hold on a second. Did you catch that? So listen to the background singers,
That's
okay?
what I want to do. Yeah. Okay.
And then listen to her because they both say it differently. The guys in the background are saying, I'll be home for Christmas. She's singing on top of them saying, I'll be home for Chris Moise. Listen, right here. Right?
Okay, bro. This sounds like a troll job.
Listen. Yeah.
Okay. If by the end of the day I can't go on Amazon and buy a Merry Christmas card with Camila Cabello on the cover of it,
Moise?
yeah, I think it
Or
would be
Moyse?
moist. No, it would be the same as moist, right?
Moise?
Yeah. Okay,
But
she
that's-
says
that's
Christmas there.
Yo, Camila Cabello, come on now.
I've never heard anything like this before. This may be next to Baby It's Cold Outside. Okay, Chris Mice.
Yeah.
This may be the most controversial Christmas song since Baby It's Cold Outside. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Okay, so
Like,
she doesn't
everything
say it
else
again.
about the song is so perfect and
Yeah.
beautiful. Every other part of this song is perfect and beautiful.
Yeah,
but
super-
nobody has ever pronounced.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Okay. Nobody has ever pronounced Christmas as Christmoist.
I know.
Not even with an accent does it
But the
ever
weird
come out
thing is that-
Christmoist.
The weird thing is that 2 or 3 times in the song, she actually says Christmas.
That's the problem.
And then she's singing.
This
on
is Camila
top,
Cabello, by the way, doing I'll Be Home for Christmas.
and she sings on top of like the background vocals. The guys are saying Christmas, and she's still saying Christmoise.
So, this was just released, right?
Yeah. Amazon Music. by the way.
Amazon Music. Camila Cabello doing I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Stop it, Camila.
Come on now.
This is not the season
Come
to do this.
on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me read you this headline here. So Kal Penn, who's out promoting his new memoir, where he came out and he's revealed that he's been with his now fiance for, I think, 10 or 11 years. And everybody's now remembering when Kal Penn did 2 years at the White House during the Obama administration when he left movies and went to work for Obama. Like that was such a big thing at the time that he walked away and went to work for Obama for a couple of years. But let me read you this headline, which is Kal Penn almost took Barack Obama to a strip club. So
the president?
Kal Penn almost took Barack Obama to a strip club. So he was on the, listen to this. He was on the Kelly Clarkson show. This is Kal Penn and Kelly.
Is it true that you almost took the president to a strip club?
All right. It's a stretch to say almost took, but I did commit. And here's what happened. It was my second week there, third week there.
Oh my God.
I'm new to DC. I needed a haircut, and I just went to the closest place to my apartment, right outside of DuPont Circle in DC. And this guy Rodolfo was the barber, and he recognized me and said, "I love your movies. I heard that you're working at the White House," and just talks my ear off. And I'm looking at my BlackBerry, trying to do work emails while he's cutting my hair, and also trying to be nice. And he says, I own a tapas bar that you should check out. And I said,
I love tapas.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I was getting hungry, so I said, that's great. And he said, you should actually bring your office, the White House Office of Public Engagement, to my tapas bar. And I was like, oh, sure, I mean, maybe. And then he says, well, you should bring the president too. So he gives me his card, I put it in my
Tapas
pocket.
bar?
I get home, I put my phone, wallet, keys on my desk, and I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's card. And I look at it, it says Rodolfo's Ladies Topless Bar.
Amazing.
And I was like,
Which is amazing.
so I had to go in the next day, tell my boss what I did.
Oh, no.
Because I could only imagine that the Politico or TMZ story was Kumar promises like strip club experience for White House staff.
No. Could you imagine?
Yeah, because the problem with that is that barber would then say to everybody he knows, hey, Kumar's bringing Obama to my strip club.
Yeah.
Right? And
I
then
told
it
him
gets
about
out.
it.
Right.
He said, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yes, and that would not affect most people, right? But Kal Penn is so right. That would not affect most people. Most people would not care. But because Kumar went to work at the White House,
And it's the second
it's a
week
huge
there.
story.
Of course.
What is tapas? I know what topless is. What is tapas? I don't know what that is. I see it all the time. Does anybody actually know? Can you help me out here?
Little nibblies, appetizers.
Of what though?
Oh, like
Yeah, you don't know. Just say you don't know. No, you don't know. What is tapas? I don't know what that is. I see it all the time. And people have asked me if I like tapas, and I say yes.
T-A-P-A-S. Let's
But
see.
I know, but I don't know what it means.
What?
Spanish
But like what though? What, Maury?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Maury literally went to Wikipedia and read
Yeah.
the very first
What
line.
is tapas? Spanish
Yeah.
appetizers, right?
That's exactly
Bro,
what it says.
You need to do better than that, okay? That's not enough information, homie, okay? Jesus.
Come on, man. We'll give you one more chance.
Hey, Maury, what is Olive Garden?
A restaurant.
Okay. What do they serve at tapas? What's the...
Traditionally, they are small savory dishes, snacks, or appetizers of Spanish cuisine. It might be bread and meat or a selection of dishes from ham, stuffed mussels, fried squid, to olives, sautéed mushrooms, and other vegetables. Essentially, tapas is a small plate of servings.
How many D's are in vegetables?
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is. Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Mia, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
What's up?
Dilemma, huh?
The biggest. All right, I want to move to Vancouver. Do I wait for a job opportunity or just go?
Says Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. You are currently living in Toronto, and you've been wanting to move out to Vancouver for years. You've been there a couple of times. You really love it. You already got a trip booked. There is potential job opportunity with my current company in Vancouver, but that wouldn't be available in a few years. But, if you wait, that it might be too late for you. You said that you want to move next year when your lease is up because you're also scared of waiting for future job opportunities, so on and so forth. So what is this potential that you have with your current job out there?
Well, the rep that we have out there, because our company is based here in Toronto, the rep we have out there is going to retire in 3 to 4 years. Like, it's a for sure thing, but 3 to 4 years is a really long time.
Right.
Is there another opportunity within the company you're working with now in Vancouver that you could kind of transition in the position that you're in right now until you could potentially get that promotion?
Nothing that is already there, but I was going to try to propose some sort of remote situation.
Yeah, I think that first, before you start making any sort of drastic decisions, I think that you have to explore these options with your company. I think that you might be surprised. I think that if you went to them and said, hey, listen, my goal is to wind up on the West Coast. My goal is to wind up in Vancouver. But I really love working for this company. And I know that there is maybe, potential opportunities that are sort of, still years away out there. But I don't want to walk away from this company. And, is there any way that we can talk about exploring opportunities out there for me so I can get out there and start sort of living that life and get my life back and get a little bit of happiness and, fulfill this dream that I have without leaving the company that I love. I love working with you guys. I like this company. I think that you should bring that to them. And if they say no, you then have to decide. How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26. Are you married?
No.
Any kids?
No.
Any boyfriend, girlfriend?
No.
No.
Nothing.
Okay. You are in what Mocha and I always call your prime jump years.
Mhm.
Okay. And you don't have a lot of jump years. And that is that you are in this unique position where you are employed, you got a little bit of money, you got a little bit of direction, you're independent, and you have the ability to jump. Those years are going to be gone before you know it. You're going to be out of your jump years. And I will always encourage somebody to just go for it, because there's nothing, especially moving to Vancouver, there's nothing that can't be undone. You may set yourself back a little while, but the regret that comes with sort of not following your gut and not giving yourself the opportunity to, live out a dream that you have is damaging. It just fosters regret and second guessing yourself. And I think that when
I've been wanting.
I think that when you're in your jump years, I will always, unless it's something stupid, but you're in your jump years, so why not? Who cares?
And it sounds like Vancouver is like completely distracting your mind from anything and everything else. And if you don't make the jump over there, you're just going to always be thinking, what if, right? And you won't know.
That's what I've been doing since 2017.
Yeah, see, it's been on your mind that long. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with speaking to your company, and exactly what Roz said. Hey, I love it here. We have offices over there. Here's how I think we can make this work. Or is there something else within the company that is out there if you need to be, you need me to be like physically in the office for, how can we make this work? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But you are going to regret not going there if you don't go there.
I know. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, even if I go there and let's say after a year or two I want to come back, like you can always come home. But then
absolutely,
you always hear everybody else's opinion about like, oh, like what's out there for you, all that stuff. And then I have a best friend here that we do absolutely everything together, from grocery shopping to the gym, working. I see her every single day. I'm like, how do I go to a new place?
Now you make new friends
and adjust.
Yeah, it's hard, but that's part of the adventure, right?
I think I'm going to try. I'm just scared of the turn down, but I think I'm going to try.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Nothing.
I knew you guys were going to say that, by the way, about the prime jumping years.
Yes, there's nothing. There's
it.
nothing to be afraid of. There should be no fear involved from talking to your company about this.
Oh, okay. I think I have to.
Yeah.
Last thing is, are you guys going to ask me the question?
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, pants down, Roz.
Oh, I did
But I got to tell you why.
Okay.
Yo, just so you know, Mia, just so you know, Roz's hand is on his face and his eyes are half closed.
Okay, go ahead.
I have listened to this show. I know exactly what his body language looks like right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually going to like this, though. Every single time I'm talking to anybody, no matter what the situation is, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like that time on Roz and Mocha when Roz said this. And I give Roz's advice because Roz's advice is the best. And I swear, I think I reference the show every day, if not multiple times a day.
Really, huh? Well, see, I'll take that win, and just don't forget about us, okay? I mean, you can listen to us in Vancouver when you get there, right? But still do that same thing. Still continue telling people how great I am.
Oh, God.
What?
I thought you were going to say, like, spread the word about the Roz and Mocha show, but no.
That's not.
No,
that's,
just about Roz.
That doesn't interest her, obviously.
Anyway, all the best, Mia. You know what? We're going to hang on to your info. We're going to follow up with you in a couple of months to see what happened, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
Love you lots, Mia. Good luck.
Love you guys. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Keep James Corden was trending all weekend.
Keep James Corden?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's keep James Corden away from Wicked. Because, so on Friday they announced the cast of the live action version of Wicked, right?
Have you ever seen it? Have you watched it play?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I.
I don't like Maury. Come in here for a second. Explain.
You don't like plays?
No, I can't do live theater, man. It's not for me.
It's the origin story of The Wizard of Oz.
Right, yes.
And it has like one of the most awesome
isn't
songs.
it the origin story of
the Wicked
Witch?
The Wicked Witch, sure.
Yes.
The Wizard of, like how there's a good witch about how they met.
Yes.
They were like,
Are they sisters?
Yes, and like roommates.
So they met because they're sisters.
I see what you did there.
Right?
And there's such a fun song in it too. I'm gonna be popular. Like it's so fun.
How does it go?
I'm going to be popular.
What else is it? How else does it go?
Oh, that's the only line I remember.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
sounds great.
Yeah. Okay.
No wonder it's a big hit.
Oh, it's so fun.
Anyway, so the petition, and in like within hours, it had 10,000 signatures to keep James
really
Corden
don't like that guy, huh?
out of Wicked the movie. No, I think it's just because James Corden is, for some reason, I mean, he's a huge fan of live theater, and he's associated with the Tonys and all of this stuff. But he just shows up in everything. Anytime somebody does a musical
There he
anything,
is.
there's James Corden.
Cats.
And I think that there's been a backlash against his contributions to these types of films and productions before.
But he's not
right?
horrible in them.
Yeah, but he's not great in them.
No, I know, but he doesn't go in and ruin it. Like, he's giving it his best. Like,
Right.
I think he was fine.
Right. But and I was thinking about this. Wasn't this the exact same role that years ago sort of Nathan Lane had in Hollywood, where anytime you had something musically or whatever it was that was associated with Broadway,
There's Nathan Lane.
and there's Nathan Lane.
I know, but
David
you know what,
Hyde
though?
Pierce.
Yes, and David Hyde Pierce,
But
correct.
for some reason, people have such a soft spot for Nathan Lane.
Yes, they do.
Like, he's beloved by everybody.
Yes.
Which is why
Yeah,
if he
however,
shows up in a musical,
You don't mind.
not at all.
I used to
you
love
welcome
Nathan
it.
Lane.
Yeah.
And
So
then I stood at a stage door waiting for him for an autograph, and I was the only one there, and he blew past me and wouldn't sign anything.
okay, well, maybe he had a hard day. Maybe he just wasn't happy. Maybe he didn't like the show. Maybe he whatever, right?
I bought tickets to the play just to get an autograph. Anyway, go
Wow.
on.
But Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are the two stars that are going to be in Wicked.
Oh, nice.
And people.
Have they said who they're playing yet or no?
Yeah. So Glinda is going to be Ariana Grande, and
The
then
Good Witch?
Cynthia, I believe, is going to be the Evil Witch.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, I think that's how the casting is going to go. I couldn't see it going the other way, but yeah, no, people definitely. So if you see James Corden trending, and there's a petition and everything else, but what was
Sign it?
was trending, and it was interesting because what was trending was keep James Corden, and it had nothing to do with Wicked, right? So you actually had to click on it to find out what it was.
Oh.
Keep James Corden, and then it was keep James Corden, and then you would click and it would go out of Wicked, right? So you
Gotcha.
actually had to sit there
Because
and,
when you first said what the hashtag was,
Yes.
I assumed maybe he was getting canceled from the network or like
no,
he was finished his deal with Apple
No.
or
He
something.
He must see these hashtags too.
Oh, I'm sure he
yeah.
does. Yeah.
We'll probably do something about this on the show, won't we?
No.
You think so? Have a little bit of fun?
But
Do a
after
little
the
song and
fans-
dance about it?
This many people sign a petition. If the offer is given to him, don't you think he'd be like, but people don't want me there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, because people were very unhappy when he showed up in that movie, The Prom. Very unhappy.
Okay, but I actually liked the movie.
Right.
You know, there's another movie, real quick. There was another movie he was in. I was catfished with Into the Woods.
Into the Woods? Which one's that?
That's the one where it was like a bunch of fairy tales that kind of like intertwined.
Oh,
with
was
each
he
other.
in that?
Yeah, he was singing in
See,
that.
there
He
you
was like the
go.
main character in that one. And
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a musical. And Jenna really wanted to watch a movie.
Right.
And as soon as the movie started and they were like singing, I was like, this can't be the whole movie.
But I'll tell
and
you,
then partway through, it was like the entire movie is pretty much singing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that an older film?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it was like forever
they
ago.
did remake it. But James Corden is disliked so much in musicals that when you start reading through articles, they pin the disastrous results of Cats on James Corden.
Oh God,
Like
really?
as bad as Cats was, people think that he was the worst part of that.
Wow, that's saying a
Yeah,
lot.
because you're not going to blame Idris Elba.
No!
How are you going to blame Idris? for
Judi
that one?
Dench?
Yeah.
Right?
She's the name.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
One of my favorite shows ever, The Sopranos.
Did you watch that movie they released?
I did. Didn't really like it.
No, it was garbage.
Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I had expected. Didn't really like it. But when I went to Twitter to see if anyone else kind of shared my same dislike for the movie,
Yeah.
there were like so many people. And I don't know if these are even bigger Sopranos fans than I am.
Yeah.
But so many people were like calling it a masterpiece and loved it.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
When I searched The Many Saints of Newark, and this was opening weekend. So maybe people were still hype off of just watching it and loving it. But I just felt like the movie
I
kind of
heard
like
nobody. I didn't hear
dragging.
one person that wasn't dragging that movie.
Really?
No, the reviews are awful for it.
Didn't really like it. But The Sopranos, on the other hand, has been called by many people one of the greatest television series in history. Aired from 99 to 2007. So creator David Chase, who also co-wrote that Many Saints in Newark, he was on a podcast recently called Awards Chatter to talk about The Sopranos. And one thing that always comes up is the ending, the controversial ending to the series.
Now, keep in mind, I didn't see this, so you're going to have to explain it to somebody who never saw it.
Okay, spoiler alert. So before we get to that, let me just, two things that I learned about in listening to this interview, right, is David Chase's grandmother, her name was Teresa Melfi.
Okay.
That's important because the therapist, Tony Soprano's therapist in the show, her name is Dr. Jennifer Melfi.
Okay.
So taken from that, right? Also, this one's super weird. Follow me, though.
I'm trying. We're talking grandmothers right now,
listen.
man.
David Chase's father's business partner.
Okay, you went too far down the
Listen to
tubes
this, though.
yesterday, bro.
Listen to this,
Okay.
though. David Chase, the creator of The Sopranos, his father's business partner had a kid that David Chase knew and hung out with. They were the same age.
Yeah.
That kid had a cousin named Toby Soprano. T-O-B-Y.
Shut up.
I swear.
Right? How do you not know that from up to now, though? Like, how has that not come out?
I've never done a deep dive.
No, but we should all know that. We should all know that somewhere in the world there's somebody named Toby Soprano.
Right?
Yeah.
And all David Chase did was change literally one letter.
But also, could you imagine being Toby Soprano if you're like a regular dude? Right?
And not connected
at all.
Yeah.
Like,
just a regular guy living a regular life in a regular house. You got your regular family.
Or even less than regular.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so
Toby Soprano.
So we get to them talking about the last episode in the series, right?
Right.
Controversial cut to black. So let me set the scene because for someone who hasn't watched that episode, watch the show. So Tony Soprano is sitting in a diner with his wife and his son, AJ, right?
Okay.
And they're waiting for Tony's daughter to show up at this diner to hang out.
Okay.
And Tony's a little bit paranoid because a whole bunch of stuff went down.
People want to whack him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always watching his back, right?
Gotcha. As am I.
Right. He hears the bell at the diner, the front door open. Ding, ding. Right?
Yeah.
He looks up.
Right.
And then cuts to black.
Oh, so you don't know if he got whacked or not.
So you have no idea what happened.
Don't like that. I didn't even see the show, and I hate that ending.
Here's David Chase talking. The interviewer sets it up with a question.
You
first.
said, quote, well, I had that death scene in mind for years before, close quote. A, do you remember specifically when the ending first came to you? And B, was that a slip of the tongue?
No.
No?
Because the scene I had in my mind was not that scene.
Okay.
Nor did I think of cutting to black. At that, I had a scene in which Tony comes back from a meeting in New York in his car. At the beginning of every show, he came from New York into New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And the last scene was going to be him coming from New Jersey back into New York for a meeting at which he was going to be killed.
And when did the alternative ending first? Do you remember when it occurred to you?
I think I had this notion. I was driving down Ocean Park Boulevard near the airport, and I saw a little restaurant. It was kind of like a shack that served breakfast. And for some reason, I thought, Tony should get it in a place like that. Why? I don't know. Right. That was like 2 years before.
So he's saying he's dead then?
He's alluding to the fact that Tony dies.
Well, he's not alluding. He straight up said it.
No, he just said, wouldn't it be cool if?
No, he said Tony should get it in a place like that.
Right, but then we don't end up seeing it. And then all the backlash happens, and here's what he says about it.
I had no idea it would cause that much. I mean, I forget what was going on in Iraq or someplace, and it didn't matter. Or London had been bombed. And nobody was talking about that. They were talking about The Sopranos. And it was kind of incredible to me, but I had no idea it would be that much of an uproar. Was it annoying? What was annoying was how many people wanted to see Tony killed. That bothered me.
That's David Chase, creator of The Sopranos.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, I read this crazy story about Will Smith. And it's not a story that's like, I've never heard this story before, but it's Will Smith telling this story. He's got his new memoir coming out soon called Will. So he's like spilling the tea on everything in his life, right? Yeah. So in the book, he talks about this complicated relationship he had with his father. And he admits that one time he thought about killing his dad.
Yeah.
He said, quote, "When I was 9 years old, I watched my father punch my mother in the side of her head so hard that she collapsed and spit blood. That moment, probably more than any other moment in my life, has defined who I am." Will Smith said that in everything he's done since that moment, there's been, quote, "subtle string of apologies to his mother for not standing up for her." Then when he was a teenager, his folks separated. And he still wasn't able to shake that guilt from the past. Even when his father was dying from cancer and Will Smith was taking care of his dad. Will Smith said, and I quote, this is from his book, Will, his memoir. He says, "One night, as I delicately wheeled him from his bedroom towards the bathroom, a darkness arose within me. As a child, I'd always told myself that I would one day avenge my mother. That when I was big enough, when I was strong enough, when I was no longer a coward, I would slay him. I paused at the top of the stairs. I could shove him down and get away with it." And then Will Smith says he just shook his head and then continued to help his dad. And then his dad ended up passing away in 2016.
Wow.
And he said, quote, "In the end, it will not matter one single bit how well people loved you. You'll only gain the smile based on how well you love them." And you always think, like, you hear these stories about, like, Will Smith or whatever, like, you know, like, the kind of some of the good stuff and then, you know, like the relationship that he's got with Jada and then, you know, the relationship with his kids and stuff like that. Like some of the fun stuff that you know about Will Smith. And it's like this.
Because he had to ride that for so long, right?
Because a lot of that is like, you know, based off of like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And you see the funny guy, the likable guy. And
that was the brand.
And that was exactly, that was the brand. That was the guy that he wanted to kind of personify even more. And then now we're getting some of these darker moments in Will Smith's, in his new book.
And Will Smith's one of those, you know, it's like his start was even so crazy because nobody knew who Will Smith was until he was the Fresh Prince, right?
Yeah.
But his name was Will, and it was very much him being like, that's the kind of show where somebody who's super famous and has been around for a long time gets to play themselves on television.
Sure.
Right? Like you this is something that happens later in your career as opposed to the beginning of your career. And so because that's where everybody was introduced to Will Smith, when you see Will Smith doing all these movies later in life, I don't look at that as a young Will Smith whose dreams are coming true. I see Will Smith in Men in Black as a grown-up version of the Will from Fresh Prince.
Sure. Already established.
To me, he's that guy.
Yeah.
There was no other guy other than Will on Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Right? Even though that wasn't the real guy. And so it's only now that you're realizing, you know, all the times that maybe you got Will Smith wrong.
Yeah,
right?
completely. But I can't wait to see or read more of these revelations. But his new memoir will be out soon called Will.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see this clip of Billie Eilish singing with the Count from Sesame Street?
No. That's a lot of information to take
I'm
in
going
right
to tell
now.
you, it's actually, I know, like, we all know what the Count sounds like, right? Like, 1, 2. He sounds like me when I do Dracula, right? Like, we all know the Count's voice. Today, by the way, is I guess it's the 52nd anniversary of Sesame Street. It debuted in 1969.
Oh, yeah.
Ted Cruz is still mad at Big Bird for getting the vaccine, all that other stuff. There's a lot of Sesame Street news this week. It's crazy.
I saw a lot of people going in on Big Bird this week.
Yeah. I know everybody's unhappy with Big Bird.
Calm
So
down,
crazy.
y'all. It's Sesame Street.
Yeah, I know. But shockingly, Billie Eilish, like when you think of the Count, the way that the Count talks, because we all know, right, the way that the Count talks, and then you think of the way Billie Eilish sings, where she does that like super sort of like whispery thing. But when you put the two voices together, like Billie Eilish and the Count actually work really well together.
When I'm counting with you, I'm happier than ever
sound so much better.
All right, then.
Here is what we'll do. Come on, let's count to 2. 1, 2 of birds sweater. 1, 2 heads all together.
He's super into it.
Come on, let's count to 2.
Only count to 2, though, huh?
Wonderful.
1, 2. Tip tops of your shoe. 1, 2. Apples.
This one's for you.
Who's that? Who's that? Is that Elmo?
Sounds
Was
like
it?
Elmo.
I'm happier than ever. Numbers sound so much better.
All right,
It's not
then.
bad, right?
All right. A little subtle from the count, which is something you don't often get.
No, you certainly
But
don't.
I agree that the two of them, they match.
It's so
like when
weird.
prior to hearing this, I never would have put the two of them.
Why would you have? You're not crazy.
Together, right?
Right.
Because of the count, and sometimes he's a little bit louder,
right?
A little bit more boisterous.
Yeah. Does your kid still watch Sesame Street?
Did
Did he ever watch Sesame Street?
He did, yeah.
He did, huh?
Especially Elmo. Really loved Elmo.
Right.
And love watching a lot of the Elmo
Because
stuff.
my kid loved Elmo, but never watched Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, he did.
Because we only had Roxy knew Elmo because we had like a dancing Elmo, like a doll, right?
Yes.
That she would just like turn like I don't know, you squish its hand or something like that, and he
Or
would
his
just
belly?
yeah, and he would just like groove, right?
Yeah.
Like he would like sing and all this
Cruz
stuff.
had one of those
but I don't know
when-
if she ever actually watched Sesame
When
Street.
He was younger, but he was like, I don't know, he was kind of scared of it.
Right. Some of those things are terrifying,
I know
man.
because they like
they're so real.
They shake like crazy, like they're possessed.
Yes.
Right. Some of the Elmos. But yeah, no. Eventually he got into Sesame Street, and still now, like we'll watch it every now and then.
You will, huh?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. He loves it.
Yeah.
But that's great. Billie Eilish with the count. Special appearance by Elmo.
Yes.
On Sesame Street.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ed Sheeran's still out promoting his new album Equals, and he was on Fallon. We've heard the stories that Ed Sheeran and Elton John are really good friends.
Elton calls him every day.
So much that Elton calls him
Yeah.
every single day. And they have these like long discussions, and they've teamed up to create a Christmas song. They've collaborated. And listen to Ed Sheeran telling Jimmy Fallon about this collaboration and a discovery that he made when the two of them were coming up with like a title for the song.
We've got a Christmas song coming out together.
Wait, you and Elton John?
Me and Elton John. Yeah.
He's got one of my favorite Christmas songs ever.
Yeah, well,
Step into Christmas?
Yeah, so he rang me on Christmas Day and said, because he was so buzzed that Step Into Christmas gets a higher chart position every single year. So I think it went in at 13 in the 80s, and it was like number 6 last year in England. So he's like, I want to do another Christmas song. Do you want to do one with me? And I've always been quite against Christmas. Not that I don't like Christmas. I love Christmas. But in terms of doing a Christmas song, you need to chuck the kitchen sink at it. If you're going to do it,
You gotta really do it.
I have a Northern Irish friend that says if you're going to get done for stealing a horse, you might as well it, you know?
Hey!
Stealing the horse.
Yeah. So I was like, I said to Elton, I was like, I don't really want to do a Christmas song unless we're going in, unless it's like sleigh bells, ding dong. Yeah, it needs to be a proper Christmas song. So I wrote a chorus, and then I went to go and stay with him, and we wrote 3, and one of them was this one called Merry Christmas. So get this. So we write it, and I title it Merry Christmas, and I'm like, we're going to have to change that title because there's probably loads of songs called Merry Christmas. And I went on Spotify, and I typed in Merry Christmas, nothing. There's Merry Christmas Everyone, there's Happy Xmas, there's Merry Xmas, there's War is Over, all these things. There's not a song called Merry Christmas. And then I went on YouTube and checked it out, and it baffled me. Like, it's kind of like this glitch in a video game where no one's thought...
Wow!
No one's thought to... Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
So there's no song called Merry Christmas?
Come on.
According to Ed Sheeran, and recording a Christmas collab with Elton John. Let me just double check real quick.
Here.
Let me go on Apple Music. Merry Christmas songs. The first thing that comes up on mine is NSYNC, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, followed by
Right.
All I Want for Christmas Is You from Mariah, followed by The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole, followed by Christmas, Baby Please Come Over by Mariah. I can't. Oh, there's something here called
that's
an artist named
super
I'm Ethan
weird.
called Merry Christmas.
I'm Ethan.
Yeah, but I think it might be like a parody or something because
Right.
it's got I can't play it because it's got the letter E for explicit somewhere in there.
Oh wow!
So
Who
there's
writes an explicit Christmas song?
I know,
Come on
I know.
now.
But yeah, so far just scrolling through, there's nothing here that's simply labeled Merry Christmas. So
It's super weird because I know people have used it like in the chorus of their song, but I guess nobody's actually called their song "Merry Christmas."
So the Christmas collab from Ed Sheeran and Elton John might actually be called Merry Christmas.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Mark, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How you doing, man?
Thank you. Not bad.
So what's going on, Mark? What's happening in your life?
I've been divorced for 8 months, and I'm having issues committing all again.
Oh, yeah. You were. It says, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. I am 32. I've been divorced for 8 months, as you just said. I recently met a really great girl, but I'm nervous to commit. I have 5 kids, and she has 4. Yet that doesn't scare me at all. I'm worried if it's too early for a new relationship. Too hard on the kids, and I'm not sure if I'm capable of committing like that again. We click in every way. It's uncanny. What do I do? How long were you married for?
So we were married for 3 years, but together for 7.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
And pretty much lived together right from the beginning. So.
And was it the breakup? Was it a falling out of love kind of thing, or was there a fight, or was there
A little bit of like consistent arguments, and we just ended up splitting.
Just not compatible anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And this new girl, how long ago did you meet her?
About 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, 2.5 weeks, bro?
Yeah, it's probably about that soon.
Okay,
man,
and so
dog.
and so, why are you talking about commitments already, or why are you
Just-
thinking? Why are you thinking that way?
I don't know, because I feel like I need to think more in the future this time than I did last time.
Yeah, but this is 2 weeks, man.
So you're going out right now. I think that the wrong place for you to start is to go out and immediately out of the gate, the first sort of person you're with after getting out of a long-term relationship. I think that the wrong way to start is to go, mother hunting. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess that's not exactly what I was looking for.
Well, I mean, it sort of seems like it. You known a girl for 2 weeks, and you're already talking about commitment.
I suppose it would come off that way. That wasn't really what I was thinking, but yeah, now that you mention it that way, it does kind of seem like that.
Yeah. So, what's the deal with your kids? Are you the primary parent? How often do you have them, or what's
50-50.
that? 50-50. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what about her?
She's same thing, 50-50. Maybe a little bit more often, but
Obviously, you guys have talked. You both have an incredible amount to lose. There's a lot of emotion going on in both your families, which is you both have the mandate of just not screwing up your own kids, right? And so to sort of wade through those waters is really, really tricky for people. I think that the way to do it is to be straight up and upfront about everything. So no surprises. Have you guys talked at this point? I mean, I know it's 2 weeks, but obviously you've had conversations about what she's looking for. What's she looking for?
it's kind of, I don't know, we haven't really directly fully discussed that just based on the number of kids and how soon it is.
So you're looking at this, the two of you are looking at this from completely different perspectives. You're looking to go all in right now with someone who you don't even know how she fully feels about the situation or about you.
I'm pretty confident she's all in.
Yeah, but you haven't had that conversation yet.
No, and I guess back to Roz's advice, being straight up and having that conversation.
Yeah, but I also
would be-
think it might be too soon, man. I think you're probably just looking, as Roz mentioned, like the first person out of the gate that you are now looking to create this future with in your mind. I don't know, man. I think you need to take it easy.
So slow it down.
Slow it down, man.
Way
slow it down. Okay, so let's fast forward here a little bit. Okay, there's logistics things that need to be taken care of. Do you have a place where 9 kids can sleep?
No.
Okay. Does she have a place where 9 kids can sleep?
No.
Okay. So how does that work then?
That doesn't.
Okay, that doesn't. So before you start looking at finding a new mom, okay, and finding a new love for you and sort of that kind of stuff. You guys need to be honest with each other. There are some serious things, and I'm not saying that it can't be done, man. People do it all the time.
Sure.
You make it work, right? You guys, you band together, you create this team, and you make it work, and you find a place to live and a house to live in that's going to accommodate this big, beautiful, wonderful new family that you guys are creating. I'm for all of that stuff. But you can't just come out of a long-term relationship, find the first woman who didn't run away when she found out you're a single dad of 5, because she also has 4 kids. You're nervous as hell, and now I think that what you're doing is you're just trying to land her as opposed to actually trying to like figure a woman out and wonder if you guys actually, do have a connection, and wondering if you do actually get along, and wondering if this is something that you'd want to build together. I think that you're just sort of maybe playing the part of somebody who's mother hunting.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that. I definitely like the advice.
Does she just want, like, maybe she just wants to like hook up? Maybe you're her rebound and she's your rebound.
That's fair enough. That's possible too.
Right? Like
Yeah, that's
maybe that's all she needs. Maybe she doesn't want a husband. She doesn't want that right now. Maybe she just wants to hook up with you, man. You got to know all this stuff.
That's true.
Take it easy, man. It's only been 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys need to do some talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or making out, depending on what she wants. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, a little both, right?
Yeah, a little of both.
A little column
Mix
A,
it
a
up.
little column B.
Yeah, mix it up. Mix it up.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
So you may have heard that Squid Game Season 2 is going to happen. I don't know how I really feel about it. But I know they want to capitalize. It's the biggest show on Netflix ever. Everybody in the world watched it. Some people have their mixed feelings about the way it ended.
Some people have their mixed feelings about the entire show in general.
Yep. I'm okay with the show being one season. It happened. Leave the ending the way it ended. And that's it.
Right.
Because I just feel like if you screw up season 2, you're going to ruin what season 1 did.
Yeah.
They were talking to Variety was talking to the creator of Squid Game, because everyone wants to talk to him now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Asking him just to get his thoughts on what happened on the set of Rust, the Alec Baldwin movie, where he shot that gun.
Yeah.
He thought that there was nothing in the gun, or at least they were blanks, and it ended up killing the cinematographer and injuring the director of the movie. And here's what he's had to say about it. He said, talking about like the safety precautions that they took on set. He said, "We of course have a prop master, but also in Korea, we're not really a really gun owning country. So only the police can have and own a gun. Because of that, bullets are not really easily as distributed as they are maybe here. So there's a very low possibility of any safety issues happening on set. In my life, I have never seen a real bullet. I've only seen them in movies."
Interesting.
So that's kind of his take when you look at Squid Game and just the violence behind that show.
Yeah. Do the guys carry guns? Do the guys in red carry guns in Squid Game? They do, right? Like
Yeah, they
machine
do.
guns,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, that's what I think it was Alec Baldwin that was saying. After the fact, God, I'm sure he feels terrible, but he was suggesting that moving forward, any movie set involving guns should have an assigned police officer to be to be the one who does the final check.
Oh, wow.
on weapons, because you have your
That's
armor,
actually a good idea.
you have your your ADs and everything else who do final checks, but he was suggesting that it should end with an officer who is hired, as cops do all the time, to do freelance work kind of thing, that you have to have one on set to not for security, not for any other reasons, but to just be the one who does the final check on any weapon.
Thought of that. It's actually a pretty good idea.
Because listen, there have been 100,000 movies made, where people have guns and there's no injury, right? A lot of people have figured out a way to do it, and that's why this is not some sort of epidemic or epidemic, on movie sets. This is a horrific accident.
Yes.
And the story is not, it's not so much negligence as it is how in 2021 did a live round wind up on a movie set.
Yeah.
That's the sort of mystery that needs to be solved. It's not, why was he firing it at a person, and were they too close, and why doesn't there plexiglass and all this stuff? There just shouldn't be a live round.
That's actually a pretty good idea,
right?
To have a police officer, somebody to make that final check.
I'm all for that, man. But yeah, Squid Game. I mean, geez,
it is what it is.
Was it real tug of war? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on.
I know.
There's so much going on.
But
in Squid Game.
if you are a fan, then you'll be happy to know that season 2 has been greenlit. It is happening.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Companies have to get real creative now with incentives to get employees to come back to work.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this last week
Love me a good incentive.
with American Express. American Express was offering new employees the opportunity for 4 weeks a year to work anywhere you want. So you could work at home. You could book 4 weeks of an Airbnb in Mexico and work there, and it doesn't cost you vacation time.
As long as you got that good Wi-Fi connection.
Exactly. So incentives like that.
Sorry, do you remember Google?
Yeah.
An incentive to get people to go work there, or I think Facebook as well. Remember the offices that they had built? It was like a playground for adults.
But now,
ping-pong tables, video games,
yes, and everybody
free
tried to
food
do
at
that. The
the
free
restaurant.
coffee bar, the
Yes.
ball pit, the slides,
Everything.
But now people aren't working in offices, but people still have to work, and so some of the incentives for jobs where you actually have to go in. So in the States, fast food chains like Arby's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, as well as retailers like Kroger and Dollar Tree. Here's one of the incentives that they're offering employees.
Okay. Let me know if I got to beef up my resume.
The ability to withdraw your day's wages immediately following a shift.
No, that is dangerous. Yo, that is dangerous. No way.
Or you say yes?
No. I can't have that much power. No way.
Yeah.
Do you know how much nonsense I would buy every single day?
Yes. And so what happens is and the thing is not even complicated is that there's apps set up specifically for this. And when you withdraw as an employee, like your taxes come off as soon as you click that. Like, so it's as if you are just your paycheck is sitting in like an escrow account and you're allowed to pull out what you made that day at the end of that day.
I would impulse buy every single day
You
because
would,
I
huh?
know that money is available
But
to
I
me.
already do, and it'll just save that moment where you're waiting for pay.
I know, but Maury, do you know how crushed you would be come payday when your paycheck arrives and there's like nothing on it?
But there's no actual payday. You're just paid every day.
Oh, it's
No,
dangerous,
that's
man.
wait, I couldn't have
Every
that.
day
No.
you're getting $80. Every
Dangerous.
day you get $80.
$80? Where do you work?
Isn't that what it is?
$80? You think you make $80 a day here?
Or so I don't know.
You don't know? Have you never like looked at your pay and like figured out the
No,
hours
when it
that you
comes
work
in, I don't know how much I get a day.
You think you make? Hold on here,
Bro, you make good money, man, working here. Be honest. We know everybody knows that you're in debt.
I'm terribly in debt, but I don't know. I've never broken it down per day.
You make Maury.
Maury,
You don't make
Maury, if you made $80 a day, that means we're only paying you $10 an hour.
Oh, okay, $100 a day or $200 a day.
Even still, man.
This is why you should not be withdrawing your money daily. Right there.
I know. You'd
Right?
be instantly broke. No, I couldn't have that power.
And also, you can't go on the radio and tell people we pay you $10 an hour, okay? Like, for God's sake, man, you make really great money. You make really great money.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like roughly.
Yeah, but that's dangerous, though, right?
Yeah,
that's
big time.
dangerous.
So that's an incentive that some of these companies
that's
are
what they're doing. That's what the fast food restaurants are doing. Arby's, Wendy's, Taco Bell down in the States, they're giving new employees the ability, if you want, to withdraw your day's wages from that day as soon as your shift ends.
Okay, if you are somebody who would rely on that money every day and not piss it away on something irresponsible,
yes,
I could see how that could be beneficial. But if you're someone who may not necessarily pay that close attention to your daily spending,
Yes.
may look at this as, I had a great shift at work today.
Yes.
I'm going to treat myself to a little something.
Right.
I'm going to take that money and use it for something rather than know that part of that money needs to go towards your rent or what you pay for transit,
Dude, it's
or
tough.
what you pay
Like,
for
but
your
you also have
mortgage.
overdraft.
But let's in your what future hours you'd be planning on working?
like
There's
if
no
you're-
overdraft in
your
this.
bank account. Like if you use more, then the next day it'll fill it back up
Oh,
again.
here we go. The magic filling it back up again. This
Doesn't work that way.
you are. This is why you are in financial dire straits, my man. But here's the problem with this, right? I understand if there's, say, $350 in there at the end of the day or $250 at the end of the day, okay? And you say, oh, my God, I didn't pay that phone bill, and the phone bill's $44. Who's going to go in there and pull out $44? You're not. You're going to go in there and you're going to pull out everything you made that
Yes.
day. That's the problem.
You use the $44 to pay the phone bill,
And?
but then the rest, you're like, you know what? I paid that bill. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to go buy that shirt.
Thank you.
Or I'm going to go buy whatever.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
spend it on something.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
So when do we
I'm
start
gonna
doing
up-
that here?
I'm going to upsize my
Yes.
my next combo.
Yep, yep. Also, there's service fees involved to this, Maury, as
Oh,
well.
then
That's the
no.
part that we didn't get to.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, man, things are just getting worse for Travis Scott after the disaster of his Astro World concert festival that took place a week ago. 8 people dead, 300 injured.
40 lawsuits.
40 lawsuits now, yeah. There is 3 more people who are like in critical condition in the hospital in Houston right now. A 22-year-old college student who was at the concert has been declared brain dead.
Oh, my God.
She's a senior at Texas A&M University. And her family has confirmed she's currently on a ventilator and has shown no brain activity since arriving at the hospital early Saturday morning. She was at the concert with her younger sister and her cousin, and then they became separated when the big surge of people just started rushing and swaying back and forth, and people were falling and stuff, right? This is what her cousin said. One person fell. People started toppling like dominoes. It was like a sinkhole. People were falling on top of each other. There were like layers of bodies on the ground, like 2 people thick. We were fighting to come up to the top and breathe just to stay alive. And then, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. Well, this happened like late, I guess, Tuesday, early yesterday. People were going through Travis Scott's Instagram page and making videos of like screenshots or like the screen recordings
that he's posted in the past?
Yeah,
Okay.
of some of his previous concert footage of like other kids who have gone to his concert, like maybe they're passed out or they cut themselves or whatever, and he's like almost glorifying, right? Some of these. One post, Travis Scott wrote in all caps, "She broke her hand and she doesn't give an F. It's not a show until someone passes out." And then there was another post of a guy who was like literally passed out on the ground. And Travis Scott posted that picture and said to that, to the kid that didn't survive the rodeo, "You're a hero in my book."
Yeah. Geez.
And I think once that story came out that people were going through his IG,
yeah.
I think he must have, or he had somebody on his team go and scrub his Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I started going through and I went back as far as September of 2018 and I couldn't find any of those pictures
All
or
deleted.
any of those posts whatsoever.
Yeah. There's a couple of things, the negligence and the lawsuits and everything else, all part of that with that show. But there's something else too that needs to be talked about, and that is the idea of stan culture. And I have said that stan culture is the worst thing to happen to culture in my lifetime, where you have these incredibly irrational fans of stars, and they are vicious. And
they think that they're being loyal.
And Travis Scott's fans are stan. They fit into that stan culture. And Travis Scott, unlike a lot of other celebrities, they just keep quiet about it, right? Lady Gaga never comes out. Christina Aguilera never comes out. Any of the other bands never. Taylor Swift never comes out to talk down their vicious stans, right? They never do. Travis Scott, though, is a champion for his vicious stans.
Yeah.
And so here's my question is when this is all said and done, 40 lawsuits, everything else, absolute tragedy. How does Travis Scott ever play another show knowing who's going to show up?
Yeah. He's in too
How
deep.
does he play another show knowing who's going to show up? Because I don't think those fans care. I think
fans don't care at
I think
all.
those fans would. I think if Travis Scott did a show tomorrow, the fans would be the exact same way.
Absolutely.
Because that's what Travis Scott loves.
Yeah, you have to think about it now. He's going to be sort of almost martyred, right, by his fans in some ways, right? Because he's being vilified, whether you think so, whether you think he should be or not. He's being vilified. He's being criticized. I think rightfully so. And his fans are only going to rally around him even stronger and support him even more. And there's a lot. And listen, at the end of the day, it's money, right? And there's a lot of money that he can make.
But he can't do another show. He can't stand in front of that crowd.
Knowing that his fan base is still going to act and react that way.
Well, he can if somebody allows him to, right?
Nobody's going to allow him to.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to allow him to.
You'll have to go down a long list of promoters or companies that are even going to want to be associated with Travis Scott, let alone a live show.
Those fans are dying for another one of those.
Yeah.
Dying for another
Just
one of
so they
those.
could be a part of that, I guess, quote-unquote experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But, things are definitely not looking good
No,
for Travis
man.
Scott.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Maury, come in here for a second. Because it's Movember, there's a lot of sort of stories coming out about a lot of it is centered around Movember and the importance of Movember. How's your mustache going, More?
Oh, you mustache me a question?
Hold on. Why haven't you shaved around? You're just full stubble right now.
No, let me speak.
Okay.
Nobody was preventing you from it. The man invited you into the room to have a discussion.
Thursdays are when I shave, so when I get home today is when I shave.
No, it needs to be more than that. Because right now you're just full stubble.
Point 2 is I only have one razor left.
Okay.
Yo, dog, there's a Shoppers Drug Mart like a block away from your
No,
place.
but I do $1 a shave club, and I'm waiting for the next shipment.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
So Shem also.
How's your mustache looking, Shem?
Clean shaven and
Shem's is weak.
Wow, jeez.
Wow.
No, it's like there's not much there.
What are you growing over there? Are you going back with the full beard?
I'm just letting it grow.
No, you
I'm
can't
just
do
letting it
that.
grow.
No, it's mustache, baby. You got to shave that beard off.
I do?
Yeah.
Why? I like it though.
Because it's not beard Denver.
Yeah.
But I'm not touching anything. I'm just letting it all
No,
grow.
you got to. I'm sorry, but you have to trim down that.
The
You got to
whole
trim
point
down
is
that
so that
beard.
people see
I know.
the mustache.
So just to recap too, day 1 of November, Shem had because November 1st was on a Monday, right?
Yes.
So Shem usually gets his hair cut and beard trim like over the weekend.
Yeah.
So the weekend prior to November 1st, he got like a fresh fade, everything.
Yeah.
Then came in here day 1 of November, and we said like love the lineup and everything, but you got to shave everything, start fresh.
Yeah.
Which he did. And he's so disappointed. So you have the mustache, but I agree. You have to shave the beard. Damn it, Maury, you also have to shave.
Oh, I
the
plan
beard.
it, but you could see my mustache.
could see,
it's
yes.
growing in quite nicely.
Yeah.
So let me get to this then. So people who are taking part in Movember, they say 11% of men who are taking part in Movember have had a fight with their significant other about the mustache.
Yes.
Oh.
Even still, how many years though have you been doing?
This is my 10th year doing it.
Yeah. And this
And this is my 10th yearly fight with Matthew.
Yeah.
It's annual.
Matthew, but Matthew knows that
He fights with me before, during, ...
Does he like it though? Like he's not a
I can't. I don't get kisses in November.
Really? So he won't
Or
kiss you with the
December,
mustache?
or February, or March.
It's always something. It's always something.
Because he says he's like, if I wanted to kiss your dad, then I would drive to Burlington and kiss
Well,
your
hold
dad.
on. No. First of all, that's not what you say to somebody. You say, I don't want to feel like I'm kissing your dad. You don't say, if I wanted to kiss your dad, I would drive to your dad's house.
Because that is easily attainable.
Right. Yeah. That is something.
Also, wait,
Yeah. You can't say that. You can
But
only.
you know what would suck about that situation? Let's say if Matthew wanted to go to that extent, is that Matthew doesn't drive. So Maury would have to drive Matthew
If I wanted
to his own father.
If I wanted to kiss your dad, I'd have you drive me to his house. That is, let me tell you, okay? there's a lot of similarities in relationships, or just fundamentals in relationships, whether you're in a hetero relationship or a gay relationship.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that are exclusive to hetero relationships and a couple things that are exclusive to gay relationships. Having that conversation and having it not end your relationship, I think, is exclusive to gay relationships. You could not say to Jenna, if I wanted to make out with your mom, I'd drive to her house.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Right?
That's not.
First of all, I don't know a lot of men that could tell their wife, like compare their wives to their wives' mothers.
I know.
And live to tell about it.
Yeah, 0%.
0%. Right? And so you have not.
Gaydom, that you just laugh it off.
So you have not driven Matthew to your dad's house yet.
No, we're going on Saturday.
Oh no.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Almost done. We got a couple things left. Still to come. We have Ask Roz and Mocha. That's coming up.
Oh, love that. A lot of great questions this week, too.
Right now it's time for this. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Of course, brother.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
So more from that Kanye appearance on that podcast. What's it called again?
Drink Champs Podcast.
Drink Champs Podcast. We heard earlier his thoughts on Kim Kardashian, how he still wants them to be together, be a family. They are not yet officially divorced. He hasn't even seen divorce papers. Was one of the things that came up when talking about that. Kanye also giving his thoughts on cancel culture and the Me Too movement and defending his friendship and collaborations with both Marilyn Manson and DaBaby.
So all the like Me Too, like when I sit next to Marilyn Manson and DaBaby right after both of them got canceled for 5 songs,
Right.
you know, it's like they can't cancel us all.
Right. They canceled Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle ain't getting canceled.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We got it, and then it's like they'll hit you with like an accusation or somebody that you was with, 10 years ago. Okay, and then also it's like there's women who have been through really serious things, pulled in alleys against their will. That's different than a hug.
Right.
But it's classified as the same thing.
Right.
It's classified as the same thing.
Nobody is accusing Marilyn Manson of hugging somebody.
No.
By the way, Kanye. Okay?
Yeah.
That's not that. We also know and remember very well when Kanye was going through his Trump phase with the Make America Great hat and his friendship with Trump and his support for Trump.
Meeting with Trump at the White House.
Yes. So here is Kanye's thoughts on his current sort of political beliefs.
You know, it was really hard for me to get in contact with both of them in all actuality. I had to tweet to
But
really...
you had a red hat on at the time, though?
No, this is after I had a red hat, but I still got a red hat on today. I'll let y'all know that. I might not got it on, but I'll let y'all know where I stand. Confirm?
Still very much a Trump supporter, right? Man, there's a lot in that.
It's a very long interview. It's like 2+ hours.
Yeah.
And even as a Kanye fan, it was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
Right? I got through an hour and a half of it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris Pratt, her ex, who is now with Katherine Schwarzenegger, posted on Instagram. It was a picture of Chris and then Katherine, and she's sort of looking at him. And Chris Pratt wrote this. He goes, guys, for real, look how she's looking at me. I mean, find you somebody that looks at you like that, you know? We met in church. She's given me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter. She chews so loudly that sometimes I have to put my earbuds in to drown it out, but that's love. She helps me with everything in return. Periodically, I open a jar of pickles. That's the trade. Her heart is pure and it belongs to me, my greatest treasure, right next to my Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card, which if you know is saying a lot. It's her birthday in about 6 weeks, so if I don't get her anything, I'll tell her to look back at this post. Love you, honey. Now, why Anna Faris fans came out. So Chris Pratt and Anna Faris were together.
Yes.
Right? Married. Had a son who is 9 now, Jack. What people pulled from this Chris Pratt sort of love letter to Katherine Schwarzenegger was this line when speaking about Katherine. We met in church. She's given me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter. And then people were pointing out and reminding everybody that when Chris Pratt and Anna Faris had their son, He was born with a cerebral hemorrhage during childbirth
Oh my
and
God, I
has
didn't know
physical
that.
disabilities because of it. And he was born premature and underwent numerous operations as a result of the condition. When he was born, he was just 3 pounds, 12 ounces back in 2012. So he has a son that was born unhealthy, right?
Oh.
Premature, cerebral hemorrhage, will be dealing with things his whole life.
Yeah.
And then in his dedication to Katherine Schwarzenegger, he writes, "We met in church. She's given me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter."
Oh,
Now, whether he
my
meant
heart.
that or not, but I would
Yeah.
say that as a dad, if anybody has gone through anything like that with a kid, or is where you have a son that is going to need
Sure.
assistance
Yeah.
his whole life, and then you have another kid, I would think that the one thing you never refer to that other kid as is healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, that just seems a little tone deaf when speaking of your
and
own children.
and, like,
super disrespectful.
Yeah, and like you like disregard that part of your your life.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not
so
good, man.
so that's why Anna Faris was trending, and that's why if you see Chris Pratt trending and you're like, oh God, what did Chris Pratt do now? Why is everybody going after Chris Pratt now? It's because of that. It's because of that part of his message to his current wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger.
Oh, jeez.
Right? Isn't that brutal?
Terrible.
Brutal.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maria Shriver is out defending her son-in-law, Chris Pratt, in the wake of all that backlash that went down last week. If you remember, Chris Pratt made an Instagram post talking about his wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger. And then that's when Anna Faris started trending because Chris Pratt was sort of being tongue-in-cheek and funny with a lot of it, but the one thing that he said was that he wanted to thank Katherine for giving him giving them actually a beautiful, healthy daughter. And it was that healthy remark that people had a hard time with because Chris Pratt's son, Jack, with Anna Faris, was born premature with a ton of problems and will have disabilities that he's going to have to live with his whole life. And so it was that healthy thing that really set people off. So this was Chris Pratt on social media on Friday during all of the backlash.
Good morning, everybody. I woke up, I went to bed last night really kind of upset and depressed, and I woke up feeling crappy. And I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to. I knew, though, that if I put on my Christian music playlist and I got out in the woods and ran, that I'd feel better, but I just didn't want to. And I did it anyways, and gosh, was I right. It felt amazing. I got out in the woods, got my blood pumping, and God is like, sat down there right next to me. I say this as a guy who, I don't get emotional that often, but I actually got emotional out in the woods. I was out in the woods on this run, and I just felt like there was another in the fire standing next to me. And that was the song, actually. I think that's the lyric in the song. I don't know the name of the song. It's a really good one. But that moment, it really captured me. And so I just want to say all glory to God. And if you feel down today, maybe get an exercise and maybe listen to some good worship music or get the word in, because it really helped me this morning.
I don't think this kind of stuff helps Chris Pratt when he does those kind of Instagram posts.
Not at all.
At all.
That just
No.
made it worse.
Yeah. Maria Shriver, though, his mother-in-law, said, I want to remind you today what a good man you are and what a great father you are to Jack and Lila. Isla. What a great husband you are to Katherine, and what a great son-in-law you are to me, and what a great sense of humor you have. I love you, Chris. Keep being your wonderful self. Rise above the noise. Your kids love your family. Your kids love you. Your family loves you. And your wife loves you. What a beautiful life. I'm proud of you. XOXO. So that is from Maria Shriver sticking up for Chris Pratt.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Things are not looking good for Carrie Underwood fans. So Carrie Underwood was supposed to release a deluxe edition of a Christmas album. And on that deluxe edition was a sort of comedic track called Stretchy Pants, which she sings about eating too much over the holidays, and thank God she's got her stretchy pants on, right?
That's all of us.
So the song debuted on Friday for a brief moment, and then it was literally pulled from everywhere. It's not playable on Spotify, wiped from YouTube, everything, and wasn't included on the deluxe edition of the album. But somebody on Reddit managed to rip 30 seconds of it and posted it there. So this is what fans were dying to get, but were unable to get.
Wait, but is there a reason why?
There's no reason why as of right now. Nobody knows why Stretchy Pants was pulled.
I got leftovers waiting in the fridge for repeating. Give me a nap and an hour, you know they gonna get eaten. So bring on the turkey, potatoes, casserole dishes, cause I ain't messing around with them buttoned up bridges. Can't get my skinny jeans on, but don't feel sorry for me, cause I just tried everything and I'm going back for round 3. I got my stretchy pants on.
Hi, Carrie Underwood. I see you.
Hey, spandex and lycra, you better work it for me, cause I'm about to expand this band of Venus.
Damn. Yo, Lycra getting a shout out in the song.
Everything getting a shout out.
So what's the problem? What's the problem?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good song. It's a funky song.
To me, it's a great song, and I don't know what happened.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jemima Khan, who was a good friend of the late Princess Diana, was originally asked to contribute to the 5th season of The Crown, helping Peter Morgan with the writing, because she said that she would take the job if they portrayed accurately and with compassion that final year of Diana's life. And so in 2019, she began to work with Peter Morgan and co-write the 5th season of The Crown. She is now saying, we worked together on the outline and scripts when I realized that particular storylines would not necessarily be told as respectfully and compassionately as I had hoped for. I requested that all of my contributions be removed from the series, and I declined credit.
Wow.
So that is from one of Diana's closest friends when she was alive, who was brought on to consult for season 5 of The Crown. And then when she realized the way that they were treating and the treatment that they were giving to Diana's last year alive, she decided to step away and asked to not be credited at all.
I got to get back into that show.
Yeah.
We watched all of season 1. I think season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then just
skip
bailed.
to the Diana season after that. That's fine.
what
You
they're
don't
in right
have to
now.
catch up. You don't have to catch up. There's
last
a lot
season
of
and this season,
Yeah,
right?
last season and this season coming
Okay.
up. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
yeah, that's all you need to watch.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lady Gaga talking about the time she performed for Joe Biden's inauguration. This was January 20th, 2020, if you remember.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?
British Vogue, Gaga talks about that day and how the fear she felt following the Donald Trump presidency, which led her to take the stage at Joe Biden's inauguration. Do you remember the dress she had? It was a black top. It had the big gold sort of dove on it. And then the
sort of.
So she tells British Vogue that as beautiful as that dress was, the most important part of that dress was that it was bulletproof.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All precautions taken on Inauguration Day. The dress was bulletproof,
Now, do
which
you
is funny because people were comparing it to a Hunger Games dress,
Right.
right?
Literally now.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
do you think that was by her choice?
Yes.
Or it was like people in her organization were like, we want to bring this to your attention. Here are some ideas that we have.
No, I think it was probably a collaborative thing. I think that people probably felt that she needed to be protected, right?
Wow.
And this was one way of protecting her. But yeah, if you go back and look at it now, if you Google Gaga Biden inauguration, the dress she's wearing, and when you look at it now, I know it was cold that day, and it looked like she had something on under the dress to keep her warm, because it wasn't as sort of, although it was form-fitting, it looked sort of boxy in a weird kind of way, right? Like it looked like it wasn't perfect, although it was beautiful. And now the fact that you read that it was because it was made, or there's a layer in there of bulletproof material, that
I'm looking at the pictures
now when you look at the pictures, it all makes sense, right?
Now, with the brand new information that we all know, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
interesting.
is, yeah, it's incredible.
Huh. And also scary.
Also, yeah, the fact that you have to do that is absolutely insane.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tom Hanks sat down for an interview, and they asked Tom Hanks to list what he felt were the best movies that he has done. But what Tom Hanks did was instead, because nobody wants to say their best because then you're like pulling favorites with directors and co-stars and everything else. But what he did was he listed his 3 favorite movies that he's done. Do you want to take a guess on what Tom Hanks' 3 favorite movies that he's done?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Obvi.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, Big, and Castaway.
Forrest Gump, Big, and Castaway. Dammit Maury.
I'm going to say Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, and Polar Express.
Okay, hold on here. Did you understand what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay. I said that he, instead of listing the movies that he thought were his best movies, he listed the ones that were the most fun. You think Tom Hanks had the most fun doing Philadelphia?
I thought it was like one of his probably prominent roles.
Fun?
No, fun, man.
Fun.
Okay. Forrest Gump.
Fun.
Forrest Gump, Castaway, and Polar Express.
He doesn't understand the assignment.
Fun. Here's Tom Hanks.
I would probably say number 1 would be League of Their Own because all I did all summer was play baseball. It was a great summer, and my entire family still speaks about it. Then I would say I would say Castaway because it was just there was nothing but adventures every single day, every single night. And the last film I would say that was magical for me was a movie called Cloud Atlas. We shot it on a hope and a dream and nothing but a circle of love in Berlin and Mallorca and Dresden. And that would be my big 3.
I'm going to say Cloud Atlas, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. My question is, I thought everybody hated that movie.
No.
Because it had like it had a massive cast.
It did. There are certain people who think that movie is a masterpiece. And
is it a book? It was a book, right?
It was, yes. And those people, when people started talking about how amazing Cloud Atlas was, I've never regained respect for people who felt that Cloud Atlas was a masterpiece.
I didn't watch it based on all the reviews and based on everyone saying...
Yeah. It's
not reviews.
It's almost
sorry.
unwatchable.
Reviews from normal people, regular people, my peers, right? Saying that they didn't like it.
It's almost unwatchable.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Netflix is premiering Family Roast, which is basically like a comedy roast.
Yeah.
We're very used to the format of that. A bunch of comedians go up on stage, they pick a roast, somebody who's going to get roasted, and then they just rip them apart. But they're doing Family Roast, and the family is the Jonas Brothers, and they released a clip of Pete Davidson roasting the Jonas Brothers. Listen to this.
So you're a fan? Oh, I'm a huge fan. I listen to the Jonas Brothers every time I'm in a supermarket. I mean, show some respect, okay? Nick's a legit actor now. He's won everything from a Kids' Choice Award to a Teen Choice Award. Yes, very good. Did you know, Nick even had a hit called Jealous, though it would have been way more believable if Kevin was singing it.
Oh, no! That's funny.
So that...
Wow. Pete Davidson's great at that kind of stuff, though.
So Jonas Brothers Family Roast premieres on Netflix on November 23rd.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Nick Cannon, first of all, I didn't know Nick Cannon had his own talk show.
Don't tell me there's the next girl that's pregnant.
No, even better. So Nick Cannon has his own talk show, and Andy Cohen was a guest last night. And on Nick Cannon's talk show, they do a bit called Plead the Fifth.
Okay.
Where you sit down, you each get questions to ask each other. So Andy Cohen has questions to ask Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has 3 questions to ask Andy Cohen. On one of the questions, you can say, I plead the fifth, meaning you don't have to answer.
Okay.
But then you do have to answer the other question. So the question, for instance, that Andy Cohen pleaded the fifth on was Nick Cannon asked him, who would be, if you had a nightmare, and that nightmare was the worst 3 guests ever to be together on Watch What Happens Live, who would those 3 guests be? Andy Cohen pled the fifth on that one. Okay, so then Andy Cohen gets to ask Nick Cannon a question.
And he has to answer.
He has to answer. No, Nick Cannon could plead the fifth, but he doesn't. And the question was, who is your favorite baby mama?
Oh,
because we know Nick Cannon has 5 baby mamas?
Yes,
is that what
7
it is?
kids,
I think it's
5 baby mamas.
Yeah, I think it's 5 baby mamas, 4 or 5 baby mamas. So here's that exchange.
Who is your favorite baby mama?
Oh, no.
Really? You don't want the answer?
I got
You don't want the answer
want
to
the
that
answer.
question?
I ain't scared of you, Andy. My favorite baby mama is
the next one.
Oh, Nick
Because
Cannon.
some of my past ones can still be my next one. I mean, you know what? That's all I'm saying. All right.
Damn, Nick.
Wow, right?
My next one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hit the red carpet last night in New York City to the New York City Salute to Freedom Gala. Prince Harry, of course, served 10 years in the British Army, but a bombshell case happening over in the UK. So if you remember, Meghan Markle sued a UK newspaper publisher for printing the letter, the handwritten letter that she wrote to her dad, Thomas Markle, if you remember that, back in 2018 when he was a no-show at their wedding. And so the newspaper was asked to print an apology and a retraction, which they have not done yet because there's an appeals process. So what's coming out in this trial is that lawyers revealed the bombshell correspondence between Meghan Markle and her former communications secretary, basically her PR person, Jason Knopf, which they say proves that the letter was, quote, crafted to be leaked.
What?
In his witness testimony, Knopf said that Meghan Markle, quote, asked me to review the text of the letter saying, obviously, everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it will be leaked. He goes on to claim that Meghan Markle asked whether she should address her father in the letter as, quote, daddy, adding that in the unfortunate event that it is leaked, it would pull at the heartstrings.
So she went into this with the assumption, or did she go into this knowing that at some point in the trail from her hands to then her father, someone is going to have this in their possession and then leak it to the press?
She knew her dad was going to leak it to the press. And then what happened was she sued them saying that this letter was, quote, an intimate communication for her father's eyes only. So now what they're finding out in court from her former PR person is that the intent, the wording specifically was knowing that this letter was going to leak. And then therefore with this testimony now, I don't think that the case is going to...
So the newspaper's not going to have to do anything.
I don't think they're going to have to do anything after this.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Hello, Luis.
Hey, Mocha, how are you?
Good, buddy. Welcome to it. How you doing, bro?
Good. I finally made it to the podcast.
I know. You listen to this show religiously. I know you DM us a ton. You're always commenting on our posts, so thank you very much for your support, bro. We definitely appreciate it, and we're really happy to finally get you on the podcast. So, Luis, go ahead with your question.
Could it be possible that Roz's shower routine is different from Mocha's and my own personally because Roz is white?
Excuse me?
Somebody say, like, Luis, you say, like, white people don't, like, wash their skin proper? Or, like, fully?
No, well, I've noticed that, like, you and me, we have kind of a different shower routine than Roz's and my white friends. So I'm like, it's got to be something in common there.
Oh, have you done research? Have you asked, like, a lot of your white friends how they shower?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay. And what? They say
Okay.
the same thing, where they don't, like, fully... Because, yes, Roz and I are complete opposites, where I will wash and, like, scrub everything from head to toe,
It's too much
like,
soap.
literally my toes.
It's too much soap, man.
And, Luis, you do pretty much the same thing?
Pretty much, yeah. I've been taught since I was a little kid that I got to scrub everything.
Wow. Yeah. No, I think we all grew up the same way. Just with parents telling you to wash, but I don't find it necessary, to be honest with you. Like I wash the parts that, like I said many times, I will wash my underarms, my butt and my crotch, and that's really about
And
it.
the soap just flows down.
Soap just flows down, and then if my feet are dirty, I will just swoosh one foot around in the soapy water and scrub the foot with the other foot, and then scrub that foot
What about
with
your belly button?
with the other foot. No, I don't touch my belly button.
But it stinks in there.
What about the back of your ears, though?
The back of my ears?
Yeah, you don't take a little soap, like, rub in your hands and, like, get behind your ears with your index finger?
No, the times that I'm washing my hair, if I do that every now and then, that all happens when I'm doing that,
Oh, okay.
right? The soap gets in there.
Once a
and
year.
Yeah, that's fine. But no, I don't like that much. I don't like soap on my body like that, like on my face and... No, thank you.
Yeah, not even a face wash or anything.
No, like who washes? Like I've never had soap in my hand where I've like washed my bicep. Like I've never, no,
Wow.
no, like
All
even
the time.
doing this, like I'm doing it right now.
Bicep,
This feels so
tricep,
weird to me. It feels so weird to me to like.
Forearm, elbows.
No, you wash your elbows.
Elbows, man, gotta get in there, bro.
No, not for me. Not for me. It's just maybe, but maybe it is a cultural thing. Maybe it is a cultural thing.
So, Luis,
I don't know.
All your white friends are the same?
Yeah, some of them, they swear to God they shower like every other day because apparently, quote unquote, is bad for your skin.
Right.
Oh, no, I got to shower every day.
Yeah.
I feel out of sorts if I don't shower.
You do, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can easily go.
And there have been days where I haven't, like on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like on a Saturday where
Yeah.
just doing stuff and I end up not showering.
Yeah.
And not that it ruins my day, but like the next day I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to shower.
Really, huh?
Uh-huh.
I've never felt like I can't wait to shower.
Yeah.
I mean, when I've been filthy, right? Like when I'm dirty, like when I'm doing something. But just going about my regular life, I've never once felt. I've always said, "Oh God, I should take a shower." Right?
Yeah.
I've never been like, "Oh my God, I can't get home to take a shower." Like I've never felt that ever.
Oh, wow.
I do, right?
Yeah.
But I've never felt that.
There you go, Luis.
Yeah,
thank you, bro. Definitely appreciate it. We appreciate you and all your support over the years that the Roz Mocha Show has been on the air.
You guys have been honestly the best relationship that I've ever had in my entire life. I've been listening to you.
Buddy! Oh no!
Honestly, though.
Are you not in a relationship right now?
No, I'm single as a mushroom. I'm just here by myself.
Oh, jeez.
When was your last relationship?
About 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. What happened?
We didn't work out. He didn't. He was focusing on his career and he chose that path, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm single, looking around to see who I find.
But I bet you like a mushroom, you're a fun guy.
I am. I am. No, but seriously, I've been listening to you guys since, I believe, 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, I was living in Toronto, and then I moved here to Northern BC now, and you guys have been with me through and through.
Oh, buddy. Well,
That's
we love to
awesome,
hear
man.
that. Thank you so much for your support and for sticking with us throughout everything. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Sounds good. You guys have a good day.
All right, buddy.
Thank you
too.
so
Take
much,
care.
dude. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Anita says here, if you want a lifetime supply of the last thing you bought, what are you stuck with?
Christmas lights.
No,
Actually-
you didn't buy anything like today?
No, because he bought.
The
did you-
last
did
thing
you
I
buy
bought
anything?
was Christmas lights.
Oh, okay. Roz?
I'm trying to think. I want to get this right because I did a lot yesterday. I haven't bought anything today, right? God, I almost stopped for gas on the way to work, though.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh God. I'm trying to think of what the actual last thing that I bought was. It was either a case of soda water. I don't remember what I went back for because I forgot something, or it was Korean style beef short ribs.
Oh, great.
The thin ones.
So
the
good.
thin ones. I think that's what I went back for yesterday. So it would be Korean beef short ribs. That would be my lifetime supply because that was the last thing that I bought.
I'm glad it wasn't the second last thing I bought, which was a tuna sandwich.
That was almost mine.
The
yeah.
last thing I bought, I believe, would have been when we went to the butcher on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I bought like sausage and hamburgers.
So meat.
Yeah, so it would be meat.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
the only one that didn't win this. Christmas lights.
Yeah, Christmas. Yeah, I know.
Lifetime supply. Jessica says here, would you rather have a third nipple?
But you know
or
what the best part about Maury's lifetime supply of Christmas lights? He probably wouldn't get any more than the ones he just bought.
Yeah.
Because those are probably going to last 50 years.
So when you say life supply, it's not like they keep sending
No.
them.
You like for me, once I run out of Korean beef short ribs, I would get new Korean beef short
Because
ribs.
in my mind, when I think life supply, like on TV shows that I've watched where the joke was, oh, you got a life supply of canned pineapple, they
Right.
sent like a crate of canned
Yes,
pineapple.
but when you get a life supply, like if somebody said, we're going to give you a life supply of
Toilet paper.
No, because you use toilet paper. Like your Christmas lights will last probably, let's say, 20 years. If they burn out in 20 years, they would replenish them and give you new Christmas lights.
Okay, so in my mind it was different. I thought like there was going to be a whole truckload showing
No,
up.
no,
tomorrow.
no. There would
Yeah.
be Mocha would have a truckload of stuff. I would have a truckload of stuff.
Like I almost had a truckload of tuna sandwiches.
That would be, yes, you would get a tuna sandwich, like a lifetime supply would be like maybe one sandwich a day. You just like at some point in your life.
Too much.
That's not too much tuna.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, Jessica says here, it's a would you rather, okay?
Yeah.
Would you rather have a third nipple or an extra toe?
Third nipple?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has a third nipple.
Yeah, a lot of people have third nipples.
I would
Third
say extra
nipple.
toe. Give me an extra toe.
You want an extra toe?
What would you do with an extra toe?
No, man. Then shoes aren't fitting right, and
You get that extra balance, I guess.
No, you wouldn't. It screws you
have
up.
vertigo.
Yeah, but also, we're assuming that the extra toe and the extra nipple are collected where your other toes and nipples are.
Yeah,
right?
it's not like you're gonna get toe like on your cheek,
right?
No, I
or
assumed
your
that the
chest.
extra toe would be like your dog, where it's off to the side.
Yeah. Or what about on the top of your foot? no, the bottom of your foot.
Oh, that would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but let's just say it's clumped together with
all the other ones?
and it's not an extra big toe or an extra baby toe. It's like one of the ones in the middle kind of
Sure.
thing. Right, but I think that it would be weird if you only had an extra toe on one foot. You would like everything would feel weird. I don't know. You would get used to it, I'm sure. But
No,
I'm
but
going to
it
take
would
an
look
extra
weird.
nipple. Absolutely,
You
take
can
an
cover
extra
that with
nipple.
a shirt. If you wear sandals, everyone's going to see your extra toe.
And I would only like an extra nipple if it was on my if it was anywhere near my belly. I might start thinking of
Like just above your belly button.
yeah, because then you start looking like a cat, right? Like it would need to be close up to
Or
both
if
of
it
my
was
others.
in that area between your like the bottom of your belly button and like heading down.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, like right on the pant line?
Yeah.
Too sensitive.
Oh, that would hurt.
Too sensitive.
Oh God, that would hurt so
Too
much.
sensitive. No.
Michael says here, since it's colder outside, or it's getting colder outside,
Mm-hmm.
and Roz is doing less yard work, does that mean he showers less?
Oh, Jesus.
Everyone's interested in showering.
No, I still shower about the same. I don't shower any more or any less.
Michelle says here, how come Mocha calls himself a young guy, but damn it, Maury can't?
No, Maury does.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
because
though.
I am.
But you shouldn't, though, more.
John says here, would you describe yourself as petty? What is something you do that would be classified as petty?
What's the
I think out of
difference between
everybody
petty
in
and
this
cheap?
room, Roz, you're the pettiest.
I'm the pettiest by far. Yeah.
Proud, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the
Let's
difference between
see
petty
here.
and cheap?
A lot.
They're not classified as the same
Yeah,
thing at all.
yeah.
I assumed petty was cheap. Am I wrong? Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah. No. Petty is not cheap.
Okay.
You're petty.
Very.
You are petty. You're very petty.
Cool?
No, not cool. No, like pettiness, like geez, like okay,
Yo,
so
Shem's in the corner over here dying.
yeah, okay, so if something
We didn't
okay,
even say anything yet.
yeah, I
I
know,
don't
yeah,
Bro.
okay, something like this, right? Like if I'm always the one that has to sort of like buy something, right? My pettiness would say, I will use that thing right down until there's only exactly one amount left, and I will leave it there for the other person who they then have to use the last of it, and then it's on them to buy the new one because I think I buy an excessive amount of something and it's unfair. So I
Sure.
will use pettiness to do that.
Like if I pay
the
for
way
parking,
the way that Catherine and I stack the recycling because we both feel that it's the other person's turn.
Oh, yeah. You guys are way
Fair.
petty with
Right?
that.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah.
or like if
that's
I pay for
pettiness.
parking, but somebody wants that spot, but I'm going to wait until that thing runs out because I don't want you to have the rest of my parking fee.
Wow, no, that's no.
That's just being
Just be yeah.
This is just a
Yeah,
discussion.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. That's just being
Have you never been in a situation where, like, if you buy, like, now, whenever we pay for parking, we just do through the app, right? But the times where you have to get the physical ticket and it shows you your time when your time is up, have you never, like, offered that up to somebody else?
No, why would I do that?
Like, that's like pulling into the parking lot and you're like, hey, I have, 30 minutes left on this. You're more than welcome to. Ever?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, it's like
Not
when-
because I haven't thought of doing it. I just never thought of doing it.
It's like when you take things that are sort of like meaningless or trivial, but you suddenly take them very seriously, right? And sort of like consequences, happen based out of pettiness, right?
Like, if we're all in this room,
If
and
I say, yeah, go ahead.
And I say, oh man, I'm dying for a coffee right now. And you hear me say that. and then you go across the street to Starbucks and you get a coffee for you, Roz, and Shem,
See, how
but
is that-
not me, I'd be like, oh man, how petty are you?
How's that not also being?
Oh yeah, both.
Yeah, both. Okay, so Maury, if I say,
By the way, you're rhyming off everything I've done.
okay, yes, yeah. If I say, hey, I'm gonna give you a call later, right? And then I just get busy and I don't call, and then what winds up happening is that you then don't call me until I call you eventually.
Oh no, I would call you 100 times.
Right,
Okay,
but
yeah.
that's pettiness,
Fair.
right? So even if you needed me, because I said I would call and didn't, you're refusing now to call me.
Fair.
Right?
Okay, that's petty.
Or if I say, hey, Maura, I'll give you a call tonight, and then I don't call tonight, and then I call tomorrow, and you refuse to answer.
Oh, or like
that's pettiness.
there's one pizza pocket left. You get in an argument with your friend about, well, I want the last pizza pocket. Who's going to get the last pizza pocket? And you just throw out the pizza pocket because out of pettiness, you're like, well, if we're going to argue over the pizza pocket, then nobody's going to get the pizza pocket.
Or you can just use the example that Roz just gave.
Yeah. Okay, you know what else? You know what else is petty, right? Is when somebody says you have something, whether it's like a jacket or whatever. Women do this, where somebody's like, "Oh my God, I love that. Where'd you get it?" And they go, "God, I don't remember," because they don't want somebody else to buy it, right? You know what I mean? Like that's petty,
Okay.
right? Like that's petty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jem says here, what is an offensive food like pineapple on pizza, mushrooms, mayonnaise, etc. you really hate, and an offensive food that you really, really like? For example, I like olives, but I hate black licorice.
Interesting. Well, I mean, we've talked about this so.
I also
often.
hate black
Like,
licorice. Oh, so gross.
I ketchup to me just overall is offensive. Not for kids. It's fine. But when
Shem loves ketchup, by the way.
When I see a grown person eating ketchup, I really, really do, and I'm not just like saying this. I really think that they have some sort of like stunted, arrested development where they're refusing to sort of pass that threshold into adulthood.
But
where
what if
they're
it's just a
still,
flavor that they like?
Did you not watch Paris Hilton's new show? She put ketchup all over her steak.
No.
Oh, that's gross. I couldn't do that.
That's what I see, because it's when you lacked any sort of palate, and what ketchup is ketchup by design just makes everything into candy, and that's what you do with children when you want them to eat vegetables. You put ketchup on them and stuff like this, and we should naturally, all of us, grow out of ketchup because it's for children and peasants. And
no way, man.
Yeah, and
Ketchup on a hot dog
no
with some
adult should be
mustard.
eating ketchup.
Ketchup on a
anything.
burger.
No.
Ketchup with my fries.
No,
Yeah.
it's candy. It's sugar. That's
Here's
all
the thing,
ketchup
though,
is.
And here's where you and I are opposite.
Yeah.
Is that I like ketchup, you don't.
Right.
You like ketchup chips. You will eat ketchup chips.
I will. I like ketchup chips. Yes.
But I won't.
You won't, huh?
No, I don't like ketchup
and
chips.
I love tomato soup. Like, I love tomatoes.
Of course.
Yeah, I love tomatoes. Love tomato soup. I love ketchup chips. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And just like I hate pickles. Pickles to me,
I love pickles.
Pickles to me
Yeah, I love
are
pickles, too.
violent because they ruin everything.
But you'll have pickle chips.
But I
Dill pickle chips.
love dill pickle
Oh,
chips.
so good.
Love
I
dill
know.
pickle chips.
I just love sucking on a pickle.
Yeah. Ew. Whoa, man. Come on. Why you got to just not eat a pickle right? Right?
Do you have an answer,
Like,
Maury?
I was going to say pesto and sauerkraut.
Pesto.
Wow.
I put pesto in
pesto is
pasta.
friggin' delicious,
I
man.
don't. If there's too much pesto, I just hate it. It gives me a headache. I loathe
It's
it.
basil.
I know, but it's like a as you feel with ketchup. Pesto is like it feels sweet with the basil.
There's nothing
sweetness
sweet
to it.
about pesto. It's garlic and olive oil and basil and pine nuts and Parmesan.
Yeah, no.
That's pesto.
Something wrong with it. And sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. What's Oh, yeah, I don't like sauerkraut
No,
either.
man.
Blech. Shem, what do you have? I know you have very strong opinions on food.
Yeah.
Shem, by the way, a ketchup eater, just so you know, grown man who at one time was married. We don't have to get into that.
Probably because of the
What?
ketchup thing.
Petty, by the way.
That's pettiness. That's pettiness. And also, I believe still enjoys a glass of milk with dinner, or no?
Wow, never.
Okay, I didn't know.
I just throw stuff out there.
Shem, your opinions on what you think is vile that a lot of people maybe think is natural and normal.
Poutine and gravy.
Yeah.
Both just Disgusting, nasty.
Yeah.
I like to call them the devil's fries.
Yeah.
Nutella as well.
I agree on that.
That's
I don't
disgusting.
understand it.
Oh,
I don't
love
get
Nutella.
it. Don't get it.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
get it.
Wow.
And
There's
one,
a candy too that you don't like that I love.
oh yeah, fuzzy peaches are
Oh,
nasty.
they're so good.
What is a fuzzy peach?
Maynard's
don't wanna
fuzzy
know.
peach.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I
my
don't
I
know.
God.
remember where I
candy.
was the
It's just
day
a-
those were invented.
It's just a peach flavored candy that's covered in sugar.
If I Google fuzzy peach on here right now, am I going to get in trouble?
No.
Just put candy.
Yeah,
at the
put
end of it.
candy.
You're not writing man fuzzy peach.
I just wrote fuzzy beach. I don't want to see that either. Fuzzy peach. What do these guys look like? Oh, I've seen these.
Yeah, they're good.
No, not for me.
I like them.
No.
It's because you've never tried them.
No, I don't like. No, I don't like those gummy candies that are covered in sugar.
Oh, they're so good.
It's not for me.
Yeah, it's nasty.
No.
Yeah,
Mocha.
I was going to say
Did
you
you
could lick the sugar off.
That's why. No, I don't want the sugar, so I'm not going to lick the sugar off.
Oh, the other thing I don't like.
Oh, bananas.
Oh, yeah, I love
Texture
bananas.
wise, they're nasty.
The sight and smell and sound of somebody eating banana is so revolting to me.
Ginger for me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I will not
As an ingredient.
Just I don't know, just something about the smell of ginger. I'm not like the biggest fan of.
Really, huh?
Like when we get sushi, and you know how it comes with like the slices, the thinly sliced pieces of ginger.
Yeah.
I won't use it. I just find it like it takes away from my
I don't use it either.
sushi eating experience.
I don't use it either. I don't do the ginger or that other stuff.
Juice cleanses
wasabi?
ruin garlic
the wasabi.
for me.
No, I don't do the wasabi. Celery is another one that I'll put on that list of things that are revolting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was only recently that I started hating celery. I didn't mind it for a long time.
Celery is disgusting.
These are the conversations that come out of the comments and or questions.
You know what I
that
used to
you
love that I
leave
don't
for us?
anymore though?
What?
When I was a kid, man, my mom would make dinner, and every now and then with dinner, she'd crack a can of cream corn.
Oh, I love cream corn.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
And I used to love cream corn.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Oh,
like
wow.
10 years ago, I was somewhere where somebody's ma cracked open a can of cream corn, and I ate it, and I almost threw up on my
My
plate.
dad cooks
gross.
cream corn with cut up wiener.
Oh, that is the
Ew.
whitest food. A can of cream corn and cut up hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
White bread.
Also, you know, I picture it like it would also look like throw up.
Yeah.
That looks like somebody just vomited right there. Oh man, find us on Instagram at Kiss925. Every week we will post a picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha. So feel free to load up the comment section with your questions, and we'll get one of you to ask your question to the room. Thank you for listening. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.